Ladies, gentlemen, and my NB comrades. Oops, audio's coming out of the wrong place right there. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. What's good, y'all? What's going on? Oh, good. You feeling fresh? They're out here. High league action. A lot of the games were moved around. What's to happen this weekend on account of the tiebreakers that PSG LGD has to play tomorrow against Vici Gaming. So that means today this is the only matchup for the day in Team Aster and the side of EHOME. The stakes aren't super high. At this point, both of the squads have already confirmed their position and confirmed their place in the playoffs of I-League. So there's no real risk, no real worry that elimination is on the cards or anything like that. The only concern is that if EHOME is able to secure a victory here, then they guarantee themselves third place. Conversely, for the side of Team Aster, they secure the victory instead, and they guarantee themselves a chance to play in for third place. They have 2 series to go. EHOME, done and dusted. Let's see. Gonna be able to Aster. 2 more chances left, I believe. We have count here. Get yourself third place. Let's see. Team Aster playing on a Radiant side at EHOME and the Abaddon from Lanem and take out the enchant. Adding in this Shield Protector, making sure that you have to have that hero. Can't really allow a player like Lanem to have that for free. Take that now, have it on board. It is what it is. The right thing. Same time, Team Aster respond to this by going for Ancient Apparition, which is fast becoming my favorite 5 position in the game. Comboing that up with the Axe, incredible duo that we've seen in the game. Also, it's very interesting to me that they decided to pick Spectre into the AA Axe. I feel like the pace of the game that can be run by these 2 heroes generally outstrips the amount of farm that you need to start becoming really effective as the Spectre. And no matter how tanky you get, you're almost always playing into the fear of the Ancient Apparition Ice Blast, of being called with Blade Mail, losing your life in a matter of moments. Probably not going to build Blade Mail this game because it looks like safe lane Axe. Look in the second phase, EHOME, Shadow Demon to respond to the Leshrac. God, Leshrac got to second phase. EHOME, what's happening? They banned Necro, Viper, and the DP, but I understand in particular the Necro and the Viper when you're playing with Spectre. However, Leshrac is so dangerous. Team Aster's draft is... Whew! Yeah, man. I mean, look at this. Look at this. Timbersaw, Leshrac, Axe, just constant run at you. One thing they are lacking somewhat is physical damage. So they're going to be very much reliant on that massive press in order to be able to get everything going. Fortunately for them, EHOME heroes, look at the Spectre, doesn't really buy the DKB. Mars doesn't always like to buy the Pipe of Insight either. If you'd be happy to buy Pipe, this might be a different game somewhat. But generally speaking, we don't see the Pipe of Insight emerge from the Mars. A lot of the damage that comes from Aster is going to go largely unaddressed. Living Armor is the only real defensive spell they have. I mean, they have the save from Shadow Demon with the disruption. But if you look at the spells that are on the side of Aster, between Axe, Leshrac, Timbersaw, sometimes disrupting an ally might actually be setting them up for a further kill. EHOME are gonna have to play this draft at like a blistering pace. A real, what's good, man? I'm glad. Glad you had fun. Glad you're back. Welcome back. It always fills my heart with happiness when someone's like, hey, I discovered you completely by accident. It wasn't supposed to happen, but I had a good time, so I came back. EHOME now, third phase, they recognize that Team Aster still need a 4 position to play for Borax, banning out his Nyx Assassin as well as the Phoenix. First while Team Aster remove the OD and the Storm Spirit. So XM is most likely going to play Lina or Void Spirit now. He might play Tiny, but there's not, only the Ancient Apparition really feels susceptible to being bursted by the Tiny. Need to find some kind of hero that both good against Axe and Timbersaw and presumably buys BKB. I think Lina can be decent. Good lane versus Lesh, missing against Timbersaw. They get the Pug now. This is actually really good. It's a good Pugna game. Unfortunately though, it does mean that you are still playing this hero into Ancient Upper. At any point you get blasted. Yeah. EHOME has already secured the upper bracket. There is absolutely no... All of these teams at this point, between EHOME and Team Aster, only Team Aster right now is playing with any kind of uncertainty as to whether or not they're in upper bracket. They need to win their remaining series in order to get into the upper bracket and knock IG off their current perch. That's why they're going for these really scary drafts in the pick. Look at this. Team Aster decided to go for the Broodmother for XXX despite having the Timber Saw. Borax is gonna play the Timber. Okay. Can't say I've really seen that professional game ever before. 4-position Timber Saw. Yo, how blessed would you be if you got to see this now, only for them to also whip this out at the major? It'll be like, oh wow, the showcase happened a little bit early. This Aster draft does feel a bit greedy. Pugna can have a massive impact on the game. That's potentially why they decided to rather swap out the Timber, put it in a different role, have a hero that's more effective in that role against Pugna in the off lane. And you don't suffer against the ward. Whenever Nether Ward is dropped down, you just feel so terrible playing into that as Timber Saw or Leshrac. Now if you're playing it as Broodmother, it's not really that bad. You can still run down and kill the Pugna. Also considering that the safe lane he's playing into isn't the most dangerous one for a Broodmother in the long run versus Spectre. You can win that lane, you can dominate it. Will he do so though? Let's find out.
I'm dead.
Getting into game number 1 here in the I-League. Aster, as mentioned, they need to secure victories. EHOME, this is their last matchup. There's absolutely no possibility of them not playing in the upper division. So that berth is secure for EHOME. Team Aster though, that has before. See if they can make it work for themselves.
Run, 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 run!
Now are underway. Team Aster taking on EHOME. Let's get into it. EHOME. It's gonna be quite interesting seeing them try and deal with this axe. The safe lane axe has been really proving to thus far be unbeatable. I don't think we've seen a single loss on this, right? Yeah, we've seen this 3 times. But every single time it looks very, very good. The Leshrac though, being played in this mid lane, have seen some losses, and the losses tend to happen whenever there's not a saving hero behind it. That is definitely lacking here at EHOME. Also very interested to see how this Timber Saw for Borax is going to work out. 4-position Timber Saw. Don't lie and tell me that you're accustomed to seeing this. This is some weird stuff. But Dota's a weird game, so we'd love to see it. Let's have it happen. EHOME. This is Aster. Album. Lane matchup that I'm expecting to find him able to come away with decent farm in. However, XM on the Pugna, wave clear is amazing, especially once you hit level 3. Also want to know what the build for XM is going to be. Haven't seen as much Pugna as I think is warranted for the patch, given how many major spellcasters are part of Dota right now. Hey, separate. And Borax losing a lot of HP here to X Nova. Might actually find himself being the first blood. Spectral Dagger will connect, and Sylar gets first blood off the back of it. Well, that's a good way to start a game. And this top lane, I think they were hoping to try and make sure that Borax can keep X Nova busy to allow for XXX to pressure Sylar. It is possible to pressure that Spectre pretty hard with the Broodmother lane. But not if the Treant Protector is right there beating you down. And you take a look in the bottom lane, Chalice. Both feet don't proc close to where Monet is, so you feel comfortable running forward onto them. Nonetheless, though, this is one of those lanes for Mars that's actually not easy. Fairly tough. Dealing with Axe in lane rather than the usual squishy agi carry on the other side. That's life. I think Chalice has been in these kind of situations before. Expecting him to be very, very surprising to stay this throughout the entire game. Chalice is one of these players that is able to find pockets of farm. But at other times, also, once he loses that farm, the farm stays lost forever. It's unknown. We'll see. Taking some damage here. Will he end up taking a tumble? Shadow Poison stacks on 4. One more would kill him. I think he lives. Yeah, he's fine. Fade is looking for number 5. He knows number 5 is going to be the death, but yeah, 4 is just fine. Everything's a-okay. Also, with the return of Borax to the top game, now they are starting to put pressure onto the Spectre once more, making life as difficult as possible for the fighter. In a way that's not really possible for Monet. Pressure down in the thing is, both of these heroes, whether it be Borax or the Broodmother, Sylar doesn't necessarily want to farm in front. So what do you build here? We'll go for the early Blade Mail, I think, paying into left. Some of your tank ability options fairly frustrated by the presence of this ancient apparition. Okay. Down bottom, anti-axe. Does anybody know how to fully deal with safe lane axe? Please let me know. Give me the memo. Kub, they do not. EHOME do not need this win at all. They don't need the win. Aster actually needs the win, absolutely. So EHOME will just be happy to come away with this. Like, if they win one game, I guess it's okay for them. They have to start preparing and practicing for the PI qualifiers. So any degree of success is acceptable. It's fine. Play more games, get more comfortable with Dota. Team Aster doesn't have to worry about qualifying for TI. I believe mathematically now it's like what, 85% chance that they go to TI. Taking a lot of damage here from Borax and XXX, and they are going to be able to run down the tree. That was very nicely done. One of the big aspects of this lane as well, as we get more levels into Welling Death, Timber Chain, also prove extremely threatening also for the X-Nova Treant. Speaking of X-Nova, is anybody else not very disappointed with EHOME? I thought this team should have been able to post up way better results. Gallus will try to get a kill onto Lana down bottom. Won't end up losing his own life. Played that very carefully. Borax making a move down bottom to try and assist Monet, securing the kill onto Fade. Because that score was there. Fade, my friend, you are definitely a dead man. 7 seconds until disruption. Top lane, they managed to bring down X-Nova as well because they rotated with White Album. So despite Borax moving bottom, oh no, it looked like the tree went middle. How did they get that right? Oh, they did go top, okay. That's pretty bad for EHOME, where Borax goes bottom, help find the kill, and in the space that's there without having the Leshrac able to just sit middle, he moves top, make sure that though they abandoned Broodmother for a moment, doesn't mean that there's safety in that lane for EHOME. Means like pretty much all three of these lanes Doing very, very well. Huh. Once more, time around with Diabolic Edict and an army of spiderlings from X, so they should be able to utilize press and push. XM is still sitting around in the bottom lane, hoping to try and get something happening here. However, he's right now out of mana. No real opportunity to make something happen. So backs off. We'll continue farming the jungle, get closer towards the Aetherlands. I'll see Master tend to take the tower in the top lane. Borax timber chains away from Chalice, so it doesn't actually end up dying. There will be a haunt coming in. Sylar comes in for this, but doesn't have any mana to throw in the spectral dagger. Chalice desperately wants to throw in the spear, does manage to find it. They will get that kill. One though, can he get some revenge? Closing in onto Sylar. Berserker's Call is at the ready. Does throw it off. Will he get lucky with the spins? No spins just yet. Oh, only gets the one. And Sylar, no! The spectral dagger ends just as he's trying to escape into the trees. Eight is still mounted as A. Doesn't get lucky with the spin, so there will be no cutting blade. Sylar gets away with this. Needs to be careful in this vicinity of the map though. Alright, Timber Chain forward. This might have been a mistake for the Timbersaw. Yep, it was. XM right there with the life drain. Give the kill towards Pugner. It's a long time here in this bottom lane. Finally does find the kill. Quite important that he spent this time though. It's very similar to Leshrac. Don't want to be rotating to a lane and not being able to push. Part and parcel, having a Pugner is having this aggressive push.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Absolute hero requirement. I seem like they're making it happen down. All okay, it's all. I think. Oh. Okay, Chalice now. You're gonna be in some danger here. Cold Feet didn't proc though because Lanam wasn't there in time. Make 100% sure. Happen.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is fallen.
Oh, Big Jaeger. Thanks, OG. Thanks, fam. Thanks, fam. What a legend. So at the arena down here in the bottom lane, unfortunately between Monet as well as Borax, way too much beef, so there's no possibility of them actually being.
Dire's middle tower is fallen.
And hold out while it's a life drain. Reinforcements are also coming. Chalice in the meantime also losing HP. Borax, Timber Chain through with the Word of Death, able to bring down Chalice. Now XM, looking for a blast, but Cold Feet will not stop him, but now he's out of mana. Doesn't have anything left in the bottle. Can they run him down? XM, the best he can do now is just buy as much time as humanly possible. Catching up to him with Borax, Monet, and Lanem. XM, sorry mates. No survivability for you here. He's making them work for it. Making them work for it. Eventually they do finally get the kill. Shout out Jaeger. Thanks, fam. Yo, thanks, OG. Yes. Once will be thrown in by Sylar. They really want to try and find the fight. They find White Album. Oh god. God. That's the person to find. Okay. Alright, I don't know what happened, everybody. There was a small jitter. But I guess Twitch gets upset whenever there's this much hype and gap. But we're back. We're out here. Anna drained away right now by XM. Mid lane. Disruption going in. They really want to take the tier 1 tower. XM blasting it down. The Nether Blast won't be able to secure it just yet though. As the reinforcements from Team Aster force them away from the area. Monet finds the core onto Faye, bringing him back, and they should be able to find this kill. Shadow Demon chopped down into the by Monet. Yeah, we're back. I'm blaming you for that, Kup. Yep. There's too much gas, too hype. It's just like, nah, my friend. Sorry. Can't get excited about African streamers. But we're back. We're back. I'm really concerned about this game from you. They are getting farm on Sylar, but Sylar, look at the build that he has to go. Feels like Radiance is required for him to maintain presence in this game. Still going to be a while before we see Sylar actually having any impact. Means that right now EHOME, only real tools they have to take these fights are this Pugna, as well as Chalice, hopefully being able to find the right targets inside an arena. Okay, XM. Got Ice Blasted. XM's gonna die. That was a lot of damage in a very short burst of time. Oh, is it because of new categories? I saw the announcement that they're adding new categories, new tags, and all. Oh, what a time. XXX. That kill for him. It's... I really can't express how bad it is for Pugna at this stage of the game. If he's not present in the fight, because they're not actually scared of damage from Chalice. The only real kill threat that they have right now. If he's not present in the fight, Sylar probably dies because he can't commit super far forward. Don't have enough damage. Kill Timbersaw. Kill Broodmother. Even this Leshrac, once BKB is going to be picked up, going to be completely out of their reach on the side of EHOME. So the fact that before that BKB is up, the hero that can press the advantage on the other side of the map is dying. Major issue. XSX also just drawing attention towards top between the Mars as well as the Treant. Bro, I live in a hot tub. The clouds that you often see behind me, that's just the steam rising from the hot tub. Up. Down on the map with these two supports. Monet is playing safe lane on Zac, so not going to have a Blink Dagger anytime soon. So natural routes of initiation for Team Aster are going to be limited for a while. This does actually give time to EHOME to catch up, because despite them being able to move so aggressively on the map, them getting the crucial targets which lead into tier 2 towers, Roshans, etc. Those kind of initiations and grabs will actually be quite difficult for Team Aster to until they have Yule Scepter, Leshrac, or have Blink Dagger on the axe. EHOME can still play more aggressively, despite the fact that they are so far behind on gold. And are about to have Liquid Relic. Then we'll start talking. Then we can start talking. Oh god, speaking of talking to talk. What a smoke. They might have found this Lesh. White Album. Oh god. White Album's dead. Kill him! Kill him! Get him! There we go. Got him. But it might not be for free. Did Chalice get nicked with that Ice Blast? No, he did not. Okay. Because nobody got caught with Ice Blast, they can actually escape away. Still though. Everybody is coming from the side of Team Aster. Looks like they'll be able to escape though. They really are exploiting the lack of Blink Dagger on Monet. No TP outs attempted by Fade, however, so he's just gonna take a tumble, giving away gold and spiders towards the Broodmother. Nonetheless, a worthwhile engagement from the side of EHOME. Moving to the other side of the map, killing the Leshrac. Because Spectre is not buying Blade Mail. Oh, nice spear back. They want to try to get Thorax down. And remember, this is a support Timbersaw. They still just lack the damage. The Nether Ward almost actually popped Thorax, so he's going to have to get out of range of it before he calls back the shotgun. He takes it over. Ratcatcher wards are in use right now. Will they be able to catch him and kill him? No, they will not. Overgrowth, TP out. And again, no Blink Dagger for Monet. Yep, you see, he's frustrated. Finished the Manta now, but recognizes that, man, we'd be so far ahead if we had the Blink. But let me just build the item. It is what it is. This is a bit scary though, because despite the fact that Overgrowth is down, Chalice is in the trees, Spectre does still have one. Spectre's about to have the Radiance. It's still quite scary. There's going to be the jump in from Chalice, Ice Blast. Going forward, doesn't connect onto anybody from the side of EHOME just yet. Demonic Purge thrown down onto XXX, not allowing the spider to participate. Just be happy to force Remember, they're playing with the Treant Protector. So every moment
Radiant's bottom tower is
that a tower gets to stay alive is a moment where it's being healed back up to full. So provided they don't bleed anybody here, they can still keep this tower in very good stead. Faye getting caught out the top part of the fight. Very bad place for them to find him. Horns in, coming in. Sylar wants to try and reveal his radiance. He's gonna find White Album and kill him. The Leshrac will go down. No BKB was available. And Sylar looking for more. Lanem might be the next target here. Borax also gonna get zapped down by the Dagon from XM. EHOME find 3 and get a double kill for Sylar. What a Horns in. What a Radiance reveal. I really love the fact that he's gone for this Radiance. It was a risky bet to go for. He was going to go the usual Blade Mail build, especially against Timbersaw and Leshrac. However, by taking the risk of going for the Rads, you present more threat right now, and you also make sure that whenever you press the R button, you disable Blink Daggers, or the one that's going to be available for eventually. Have mass amounts of damage onto this, but you also remove a lot of the presence of the Broodmother army that limits your damage in the engagement. Well, happy as I am about EHOME's last fight, you know it's not all sunshine and rain. You find XM down. This thing, Wagner. That is good place to be, mates. Good place to be. You don't be here. Still have a lack of initiation on the side of Team Aster, so EHOME have the fighting advantage. And because they picked up the Radiance, rather than going for a more pure fighting route for Spectre, they'll be able to keep up and farm against Aster. The risk from Sylar, but Sylar, why they added him to the team? Knows what to do in these kind of situations. In around the block, man. In around the block. XXX, what are you building next? Is this a BKB that's arriving now? Or is it something else? Let's see. As this courier filters in to give a BKB. So some magic immunity for the spider. No BKB yet for Monet because he still wants to build boots into the shard. Does have Blink Dagger now though. Question is, can they kill the spider despite the BKB? XXX. BKB and run away. Actually, yeah, just run away. If the Ice Blast hits, XM might die. Oh, they kill out the spiders. Very wisely done. Yeah, Koop, I'm also very surprised there's no pipe on the Brood. I was anticipating that either the Brood or the Timbersaw would buy the pipe for this team. Playing against Shadow Demon and a Pugna. Can still go back for it. I'm always a bit iffy about like hype after BKB. Monet though, oh god, they found Sylar. This is a huge grab, split earth onto both of them, but don't have enough damage for this. Look how much Sylar hurts them back. Dispersion Radiance. They already burst down Lanem. They need to take him down with the XM Dagon. No Ice Blast to threaten XM right now. Huge core going in from Monet, connecting onto 3 heroes. Split Earth will be there as well. Do they have the damage to finish this off? No, they do not. Overgrowth from Oxnova holds the axe in position to allow Sylar to finish him off. They lose XM, but they're probably going to lose more at the same time. Fake gets bursted down by the spider. Sylar in danger right now with both Borax as well as XXX on him. Sylar's run out of allies. Sylar's run out of life. That's going to be a triple kill for XXX. He wants to try and find more. Alice up down the Arena of Blood just to save his own skin. Able to... Massive fight coming. Good initially. Managing to put down Monet early on in engagement. XXX Broodmother then on the side and popping.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
recognizing that the Blink Overgrowth can be one of the few tools of stopping this aggression from Team Aster. Might need to buy like a 4-star on somebody so they have some kind of way of helping Spectre. She's perhaps on the low ground trying to get up into a more safe position. I know they're just gonna farm as normal. I'll go Manta style next. Open question if he wants the defusal thereafter.
哎呦，
他们说什么我也不会去了，他们说
I
什
just
么我
go
也不会
straight
去
for
了。
Skadi or Butterfly. Heart is definitely off the table. We're playing into this ancient apparition. And XXX, yep, opting to still not buy the nullifier or the type of insight, straight for the nullifier instead. That'll be a tool to disable some of these key items. BKB once it emerges for the Mars. Make sure that the Pugna can't Dagon hit you. Over. They get ran down by Borax. Good stuff.
哎
This
呦，
Timbersaw is like an additional 4 hero for the South Team Master. They have practically nothing. If Timbersaw shows up to the fight after Nether Ward has already been dealt with, I have literally nothing to deal with him. This one now be taken by Renee and Lana. Get it?
哎呦，
Middle tower is under attack.
And he also already has Aghanim Shard, so they won't need the next one. Just take the Aegis for now. Be satisfied with that. Sylar picking up this Manta style on the other side of the fight. Manta. Now what? The Skadi or Butterfly bottom? White Album. Ooh, White Album got disrupted. They might be able to actually kill this Leshrac. Borax also. Nether Ward, baby. Gotta watch out for the Nether Ward. That is the one thing they have. My goodness. XM, Gloth, Dagon hit, Life Drain with the
The jungle has every
absurd amount of damage onto Borax. Guys, can't save White Album.
Visibility. Top tower has fallen.
哎
Yo.
呦，
Still out here. Still out here. Despite the fact
Top tower is under attack.
they're in a situation right now where they have a gold deficit.
Tower is under attack.
The top lane is being dominated by the Broodmother. Look at the net worth charts. A lot of this lead for Team Aster is sitting on the Broodmother.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Axe, can't find a fall. In fact, Axe might be in some danger here. XXX also in trouble. Demonic Purge instantly thrown out by Fade with the Soul Catcher. XXX, be very, very careful now.
Under attack.
EHOME though will be happy to retreat from this. They can just keep throwing out these Radiance Illusions down into the bottom lane to push out for them. They might not have access to the same push with Manta style Axe. However, Fade, like, well, you got Manta, I've got Disruption. The tower being as low as it is, they desperately want to be able to push it over the edge, have the outpost open up for them to secure. Chalice in this game does have BKB now. Rough road. What is, I think, who's arguably had a rougher game as well. Leshrac has not really been able to make true progression. Only now finishing the BKB, despite having started the build up 5 minutes ago. Look at the overall lead, it's somewhat plateaued, okay? They find a core, yes he does. They have caught and killed Chalice. Mars is gone, so is Fade. Okay. Yeah, well, see, if EHOME get to go into a fight, it's set up, right? Nether Ward already plopped down. You can get the jump in with Chalice. They're not the ones playing underneath that pressure. Then things can look decent for them, but when Chalice is getting jumped and killed in literal seconds, it's hard. White Album now does at least have the BKB, so he can actually play Dota. Don't have to worry about Nether Ward, Decrep. So, just want the tier 3. Borax. As flamethrower, so applying that additional damage to Aghanim Shard. Nova's already used the living armor to try to do what he can. It comes back off cooldown. Everybody respawning on the side of EHOME. Team Aster decide they don't have enough to punch through or opt to retreat. Look how scared they are of losing this next fight for EHOME. Sylar is literally saving buyback money.
Double desolation.
Just to make sure that he can get back into it. But can does
A tithe to
side of Aster, they know some kind of might be in the palace. Gonna God's rebuke this for creep wave of spiders. Get as much gold out of it as possible. I wouldn't fully count out the EHOME dead as game still has a long way to go. One thing that's also going to make a difference, once Chalice has access to the overwhelming blink, then he becomes the target for the Ice Blast all the time. And ideally you actually want to draw away the Ice Blast usage from other heroes. XX does have BKB, but doesn't seem like he was watching. Okay. Yeah, definitely got caught sleeping. Like, he had perfect vision there. There's no way. Nighttime, sure, but he definitely saw these heroes come towards him. He could have activated the BKB before he got speared back. No, I wasn't paying attention. Just looking somewhere else on the map. That's his concentration, so as a result, 5 EHOME. Get a tier 1 tower off of that. Not gonna lose tier 2 down bottom. They might even not even lose the tier 1 itself. They throw like one spear or something from the Mars, might be good enough, but at the same time Mars doesn't want to reveal himself in case he gets jumped on by the side. But he will now. Yep, now they save the tower, it's all good. Now get closer and closer to game. Fortunately, the Spectre starts to look like she can dominate the game, even if a massive lead like this from the side of Aster. I'm actually gonna go for the heart. Monet finds Chalice. Will Chalice survive through this? No, he will not. Split Earth will be there. Get all the necessary damage. Culling Blade comes out. He even used the BKB. That's really bad. And they also managed to get the jump onto Fade as well with Borax. Why is it these two always being caught out by EHOME? Chalice and Fade. Yet again, the ones that get brought down. Buyback is available from the Shadow Demon. Monet trying to connect the core onto Sylar. Doesn't manage to find it. Sam will come out. Buyback will be there from Fade. Hashtag worth. This high ground defense is also really hard to crack. Nether Ward in an uncomfortable place. Blast from the Pugner. Decreps on the pushing heroes. Once they buy back the Shadow Demon, good enough for the rest of Aster to repeat. Potentially premature with that buyback, but also this is confidence from Spectre. Sylar is reasoning that he'll never actually go into the fight first, such that he's afraid of the Ice Blast, so he can get away with having the heart playing the edges of the fight with this. And the thing is, even if he does get Ice Blasted and he draws it onto himself alone, that means that nobody else on the team is tanking the Ice Blast. Nonetheless though, plays carefully enough, it shouldn't really be that big of a Enter Aghanim shot and then get a ton of farm. Now overtaking the Spectre. 13k gold lead at present. Currently respawning 20 seconds until Their Roche take isn't as absurd as the side of Team Aster. Have to see how their team fighting is. Monet, no, Monet is gonna find the fight. Doesn't want to call Sylar. Sylar's a terrible call target. He pops BKB, challenge. Gonna be an arena drop down onto 3 heroes. BKB is popped by all 3 though. Ice Blast flying forward. Sylar dodges the Ice Blast. Alright, this is the fight of a lifetime now. XM gets the slow out onto the left track. Will they be able to find this kill? Nature's Grass slowing him down. There's gonna be the horn coming in from Sylar. Facing back these 2 supports so they can isolate the left track. The horn directly on top of White Album. Absolute left for the lash. Life being down from XM. Able to find this guy on the other side. It does not matter. I got the bigger cheese. Over. Oh, X over. Can't TP out. There's Monet with Borax. Gonna be there on the chase. In the meantime as well, XXX wasn't in the fight because he was pushing top during the tier 3 tower for his squad. They want to win the game here on the side of Team Aster. Now with the nullifier prop down onto XM. Ice Blast flying through, not gonna connect. Nice save there from Fade. Sylar going off with the illusions. Putting in quite a bit of damage here, but still has to be very careful and wary about fighting into Axe. BKB from XXX. Time to run down Fade. Eye back on the Shadow Demon. No availability upcoming fight, but Sylar still standing very, very strong. Knows there's no Ice Blast, at least for a few more seconds. But just by virtue of staying alive, Sylar keep the base alive.
Ayo.
That's what fight still from them. Looks like it might be really bad at the beginning, losing the left track. They do the right thing, target the correct heroes in the fight, able to keep the chase going all the way onto the other side of the map. All whilst XXX is taking away that crucial tier 3 tower that was defending the top.
Bounty.
A refresher shot or an
What a bounty.
picked it up. Got the shot for the ancient apparition. Alright, sweet. So Ice Vortex. Brute shot is crazy, dude. Gives the Silken Bowler an AoE spell. It's insane. Team as 19k gold ahead. Aegis cheese in tow. To be able to win out this game right now. EHOME desperately wants to stop them, but unfortunately only really Sylar, the major tool that threatens them in that way. XM is still too squishy. Buying Aeon does to try and remedy that situation. I'll go into a Silk Edge to break the Spectre. XXX has been doing so much in this game. But Hex, Nullifier, BKB, both Aghanims. Truly a terror on the map. Okay. Go through, down bottom, push onto the tier 1 tower. This time around they will not be dissuaded despite the usage of the living armor. Borax also continues to get bigger and bigger. 4 SNY available for the Timber to go with the already existing BKB. And that jet they got on him inside the base, he's like, that's not gonna happen. Sylar still only has the 1 death the entire game. That game sense, what a TP out. Before he gets found out by Monet, Thanks up back with his team. I've really missed watching Sylar play Dota. It's so clean, man. Even on games where his team is losing. Unless he's playing Luna, which, you know, admittedly not looking that great right now. So clean. In this game, he's still keeping a sliver of opportunity alive for his team. By being this big bad beat. He needs to back off middle though. Ice Blast debuff on. Be careful place to play. He has to know that Team Aster want to be pressing in on all these things. Somebody also needs at all times to be prepared to address top. Go, XM. Draw the short straw. Keep these back in. Thing is, it can't be XM. It's gonna have to be Chalice or something. The blast doesn't actually kill the spiders. God's Rebuke can, but Nether Blast does not.
Radiant's middle tower is taking a drubbing.
Because we got the bonus HP, man. Level 25. What a time. Axe gets a ninja gear, lol. That's hilarious. Now you have personal smoke, baby. Nice time. Also, they give a leveler to the brood mother. Are you kidding me? This push between the brood and the Leshrac is already so crazy. Without X Nova being in this game would have been over a long time ago. A bias full hot. Farming blink from Chalice. They're trying to make sure he doesn't get pulled. Delaying Monet a little bit. Yeah, Kukum, I'm also very surprised that he's not going high Scotty. When he knows he's playing against Axe, well as Timbersaw. Feels like Scotty would be perfect in this game. Jump in, Chalice, spear forward. They're still sticking around here. Sylar wants the horns in for this fight. Chalice, can he find the right arena? Fade, about to lose his life. Sylar back on the other side of the fight next to where Fade is. But now Fade is going to have left the Spectre without any defensive options. There's going to come the Ice Blast to connect onto the Spectre. Sylar in some danger, but White Album is going to be the first one to die out of 4 heroes. Overgrowth with the blink coming forward. X-Nova falling out both Borax and Monet. Will they be able to get more out of this? They bring down Borax. Monet attempting against all hope to escape here. But unfortunately, EHOME, they're out fighting them on the side of Team Aster. Sylar is still alive. The life drain will be there. And the Aegis will expire. So now they're going to go all ham onto him. Disruption will be there. They have the follow-up damage to kill him. Indeed they do. Sylar there with the illusion, and Faye will grab the kill. In the meantime, Chalice, this time around, the correct hero is deployed top by EHOME. Prevent this Aster push. EHOME, take a strong fight. Here they are looking to try take a tier 2 tower. Having turned the game on its head, still a 19k gold lead. Man, they're team fighting there. Could really have used a 4v5, a tiled 2-5v5, but I'm still the hero. The 4v5 XXX still not participating in these fights. EHOME exploiting that fact. Like, well, they're really strong, Spider, but they're really strong over there, not strong over here. The Hex isn't helping you against buildings. Nullifier isn't helping you against buildings. Now, kill these three. None of them have buyback. I'm counting the Timbersaw as an additional. Farmy's got my. Heroes are down, they can't do anything. Now we've secured ourselves the first lane of Rax, despite being the team who lost the tier 3 tower first. XXX is finally moving. Here comes the Spider. Borax. BKB fighting against Chalice. XX first down fade, no buyback available for the Shadow Demon. X with the Nature's guys, Ice flying forward. Select onto Chalice. XXX, strong as he is, you're not stronger than Sylar right now, man. Very, very careful on how far forward you're willing to go. Dildo does have access to the BKB. X, okay. XX, they pop the Lincolns. Do they follow up this fight right now? They are surrounding Sylar with all their heroes. Overgrowth will be there. They jump in. There's going to be the Arena of Blood. They brought down Borax. Chalice though is giving up his life for the cause, opening up enough space. The Sylar live and survive and escape. No, Sylar! No! Why would you do that? Oh, you had Dagger! Oh my. Aster makes first mistake of it. It might be the last one. Does have access to buyback. And now XM also foolishly wanders up the hill with the spider legs. What the hell is happening from EHOME?
你怎么这么能装呢？
他们说什么我
They
也不会
literally
去。
lose their heads.
他们
It's
说
almost
什么
like
我
the
也不会
presence
去
of the spider infected them with fear. Stop making dumb decisions. Oh my god. Chalice has been super upset right now. Like, yo, I gave up my life that you can escape. What the hell is this? Now they have to buy back on Spectre. Mars up in 30 seconds. Pugna probably has to buy back as well. Oh boy. That was beyond massive. Beyond massive. If this game is lost by EHOME, honestly, after that, if they were able to escape that fight from bottom, having claimed the Ring of Axe, if they get out with XM and Spectre, no cap, despite the fact that there's a 20k goal lead for team, EHOME is actually ahead in that particular situation. Have the lane of Rax, able to retreat with the Spectre. They haven't lost out on the places on the map where XXX has been pushing. Now XXX joins the fight bottom, but it means that he's gonna have less presence in the top lane. If you just only lose Chalice, nothing else, man, that is so good for you as EHOME. Now, Spectre having brought back the next 7 minutes, single death on the Spectre, mean the end of the game for EHOME. So now suddenly, you have to be the one that secures the next Roche. Before this, it was Aster that really wanted to get the Roche so they could use it to end the game. Now you have no option. If you don't get this Roche, you will lose the game. Jump in. Palace. Okay, they find the jump. Sylar. Not sure if Borax is easily killable. Maybe they want to go for Lanem. They jump on the other side though. XM save. Can't get killed by XXX. Ice Blast won't land as he does manage to blink away at the very last second. Borax though, still chasing forward with his own BKB active, but the BKB will finish. Now suddenly he's going to be giving up his life. Big on life train, they do get the kill. Demonic Purge putting out onto Axe, and they catch and kill Monet. Spectral Dagger after him. Sylar wants to find the chase. Not an easy grab by any stretch of the imagination, and XXX still in the vicinity. To get off these illusions though, look at the damage going on to Monet. Chalice throws in the Arena of Blood on the other side to hold in position XXX. Right out of him. Back into the fray, trying to zone back Sylar. You see the core from Monet directly onto Chalice. Chalice will die, drop down by the axe, and will buy back into this one. XM also in a bad place on the high ground. He's trying to life drain the victory. He will live, but Sylar gets ice blasted, so Sylar will die. XM also gets taken out eventually by the damage from White Album. Monet, the core connecting onto Chalice. This should be a dieback onto the Mars. The Earth won't be there because there is a BKB. He wants to at least take Lana with him into the grave. No way. Chalice will. Coming blink in a second. Okay. Gets on top of him. We'll be able to. No buybacks of it. It's time to go to the base. Who the hell cares about Roshan? Go win the game, baby. Team Aster. They have done it. Oh man, that fight bottom. That fight bottom. Now, because of it, 20 seconds. Spending time chasing Fade though. They were for a second until the second team realized. Tier 2 tower gonna take a time. Tier 3 next in the taking a lane of Rax. It's straight for the jugular. Not concerning themselves, Megas. They just want the W here. Defense of the Ancients, not defense of the Rax. They are playing the right game. Team Aster force out the G. Home. The makings of a comeback were available. They've exploited some of the weaknesses that were available from Team Aster, but unfortunately, Aster too good, too fresh. That was to watch, commentate. I love. Congratulations to Team Aster grabbing the W. XXX realizing that, hey man, look at my items. These are not pushing items. These are items that I need to use against enemies. Shows up, starts using them against enemies, it starts going. Honestly, even with that, even with XXX starting to make these really strong moves, starting to really make the map seem quite claustrophobic. With all those moves, if EHOME didn't end up feeding those deaths on bottom, honestly, we still have a game. Still here. Still going for another 10 minutes at least. But because Sylar in particular, God, I can't believe that. That was... yeah, that was shocking. That should never happen. But it happened. Because it happened, Aster's like, wait, sweet. Let's go force the buybacks. Because they know they can. They do that. As soon as the buybacks come out, instead of sticking around to fight, they're like, deuces. We're going to go. Because we know where you're going next. We know you're going to pitch up to the Roshan pit. Because you have no other option. See you there. See if you can fight us there. Guess what? You can't. XXX is there, set up, ready to go. 8, 1, and 10 on this performance. Whew. That's the man. Shaky at times, but they felt like they were never really in the fact that they had what it took. With that, EHOME, they will not unfortunately find themselves in a position where they solidify 100% third place. They now have to still play one more. Nice best of 3. Team Aster, though, hope remains. They can overtake IG to get themselves into 4th. And I do believe that 4th place means the upper side of the playoff bracket. Definitely where you want to be. Playing on the loser side, 1 BO3 loss, GG, go. Aster have a chance, though, get themselves. They need another game like this. Pretty good. So, once they load up that game, when we take a break. Meantime, please, those of you who've been having a good time, read us. Also, you can decide to become a supporter stream by either subscribing through Twitch, Patreon, or take the donate, PayPal. Literally everything goes back into the stream. Either paying for me to live here. The place has amazing internet, so can keep as well as the random crashes that happen. Better gear when that happens. I mean, we got a better camera earlier this year, and because of those donations, thank you so much for the help. As we go into game 2, hand to yourself, hand to those around. Back.
Do you want more?
Ladies, gentlemen, and my NB comrades, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. We are going into game number 2 here between Team Aster and EHOME in the I-League. Determination for the top 6 has already been set. However, the order is still up in the air. Right now, EHOME have pretty much confirmed themselves into 3rd place. Whether or not Team Aster can get themselves into 4th will in large part be determined by this particular BO3. If they lose this BO3, there's literally no path back to them to get to 4th. But if they win, then there is still a shot. Let's see what they can do with this opportunity. They're 1 up right now. EHOME looking to try and even this out and take it to a deciding game 3. For both of these teams, different stakes in mind. Team Aster practicing for a major, EHOME practicing for TI qualifications. Let's see what the two teams have got cooking for us in game number 2. We already see EHOME can't beat them. Can't beat them, just join them. Just join them, just join them. Waiting for the first axe pick. This is going to be in response to Team Aster picking up the Nyx Assassin. Lanem has been the one that's been playing the most Nyx on the team, so it's most likely his Nyx Assassin. EHOME with the Axe Phoenix. Crazy strong team fight from them. They also make sure that they ban out... Obviously, they don't ban Snapfire. Oh, that was banned by Aster. Okay, that's all good. Aster banned Snapfire by going for the Timber Sword next. I don't know about this one. Don't know about this one. Literally have not seen a single bounty hunter win on stream. Literally has never happened. The entire time that I've been casting, I personally never actually cast a bounty hunter winning. I'm kidding, I'm being a bit hyperbolic, but at least this year. At least this year. Oh, Kup, you stream as well. You out here. Yo, why you not let us know? Almost daily, yo. Well, we're gonna be following your stream. We're gonna take a look. We're gonna raid you every now and then. Don't worry. What time do you stream normally? Like relative to when I'm streaming? I imagine that it must be like later in the day for you. Team Aster go for the Death Prophet and somehow manages to make it to this 3rd pick.
5 seconds remaining.
I have no idea how that happened. DP 3rd? Alright. Very good team fight from the side of Team Aster. Fleshrack was banned by EHOME, so this is presumably the White Album hero. Team Aster also has the Timber Sword to help them deal with the Axe. Since it is Axe safe lane most likely from EHOME, I do envision that Team Aster might decide to make this Timber Sword the offlaner rather than a support. That being said though, EHOME, because of Timber Sword, might be deciding to rather have Axe go into the offlane than Morphling go safe. Thus far, a decent enough game for Morphling to play. Well, not anymore. Now it sucks. Playing against DP, Timber is one thing, but those heroes plus PL. That being said though, they don't deal with the Supernova on the side of Aster still.
5 seconds remaining.
Once the egg gets popped, they have to run away. And they can initiate for that fight quite well, right? Jumping in with Axe, getting a good call off, following that with Supernova. Man, imagine if instead of this bounty hunter, this was like a lion or something. Oh, banned, okay. Still though, I feel like, EHOME gonna start lacking that little bit of extra disable. What heroes are left in the pool for them to be able to pick that up from?
Dire team banned.
I don't think you want to play Puck here necessarily. I mean, you can play Puck, but
Radiant team
I don't know.
banned.
Good mother ban. They do actually go ahead and ban the Puck anyway. On the side of Team Aster. Team Aster is their last pick. They just need something potentially for the offlane. Borax can still flex this Timber Sword, and they're terrified about the possibility on the side of EHOME. So they'd rather ban out these huge XXX heroes, make their lives extremely difficult. Question is, what do they do for the mid lane though on the side of EHOME as a hero to help them deal with this PL and with the Death Prophet? Ember seems like the hero that comes to mind, like at the top of the mind for me. So I think Team Aster should also be aware of that. EHOME might also decide to go in for what everybody else has been doing by playing the mid Sand King. If this was Southeast Asia, Sand King would definitely be the pick. But I do not know if EHOME feel comfortable playing that for XM. The highest my stream count's ever been. Yo. I think 3, 4 or something like that. That was crazy time. That was good time. Hey, thanks for the PM there. Yeah, away. Nah, let us know, fam. You're part of the crew. You're part of the crew. Let us know. What I'll do is I'll also add you to the automatic hosting thing. So if you do stream while I'm offline, get the automatic host. Don't worry. Team Aster. Woof. Alright, so they decide to stick with putting the Timber Saw in the off lane. Go for the last pick, Ancient Apparition. Fantastic game for the AA. We already saw the presence of this hero in game 1. And I think they got somewhat debated on the side of EHOME. EHOME is so accustomed by now of seeing Nyx Assassin being played by Lanem if it's Team Aster. And then Borax playing some other kind of strange hero. In this case, we've already seen him play the Timber Saw. So in their minds, they're like, well, they're probably going to do something similar again. So they avoid banning the Ancient Apparition, which is going to do such a number on them in this game. Of course, the Ember Spirit we talked about earlier as the last pick. I kind of feel there was no other hero left for them to play. It had to be Ember Spirit. A is gonna present a lot of problems in this game. And they're still okay, so EHOME were not incorrect to assume that Team Aster are going to play Borax on the Timber Saw, and that indeed Lanem is going to play his Nyx Assassin. The offlane XXX Ancient Apparition. We used to see this sometime, like a while ago. There's a point where Ice was playing like offlane Winter Wyvern, offlane Ancient Apparition. Now we have, I think he also used to run offlane Morphling at that time every now and then. Like with the max adaptive strike, some 4-second disables was awesome. Offlane Ancient Apparition. Alright. Hey, Big Jaeger's out here. Already put out a command for you. Aster, can they do the 2-0 here? I'm uncertain. I'm actually not sure about this offlane Ancient Apparition, if I'm honest. Yeah. We're iffy about it. No. Not fully sold, but we'll see. Let's see if they can make this work. We don't want to be hating in advance. I'm gonna give them the opportunity to show us their mettle with this.
Run,
他们说什么我也不会去了。
So, now off to game number 1. See how this is going. We'll certainly need to have a situation where, for the side of EHOME, for them to find victory, the laning phase I think is the most crucial part of the game. They can't afford to have bad lanes here.
30 seconds to battle.
They have decided to put Sylar in the safe lane on the Ember Spirit. But, oh god. X Nova bounty. Ugh. Does anybody else also get like a small aneurysm whenever they have to see a bounty hunter in a game? They're just like, ugh, what the hell is this? The prize money for the tournament in total is $186,000, the prize pool. They haven't announced how they're spreading that prize pool, but it's a decent amount of scratch to play for. Especially if you're in a situation where, for example, like EHOME, where there's no prospect of being able to go to the major, Something else has to fill in some revenue. Now though, the game is underway. XM, I do actually like the fact that they'd rather put the Morphling middle instead of having this Ember Spirit go mid. Kind of feel like the lane for the Morph, we need to have him get as much experience as possible, not just farm in this game. You can sometimes help deal with heroes like Ancient Apparition, PL, if you're just extremely far ahead of them. And you are playing with Chalice. Chalice can be so useful versus the Phantom Lancer. And the top, Borax, no. It's ran down. It's not going to be first blood though, because fortunately for him, the death happened due to some of his creep damage. Still though, for EHOME, they're like, well, Gucci. And as much as the AA and the Morphling is going to have a rough time due to the AA as well as the PL, Morphling in this game will be protected by a Chalice. Chalice is going to put a real number onto the Phantom Lancer. Can really complicate life for that hero, especially when you're also playing with Ember Spirit. Like Ember Axe makes life extremely difficult to heal, so it's somewhat equivalent in terms of how much life they'll be hating on both of these core heroes. Oh, Bryce is dead again. That is really good for EHOME. The one bright spot for Aster, if Aster had found the first blood on Chalice as they should have just earlier on now when they killed Borax, there would have been so much extra gold for him. And to make matters worse, right, he's going to get the very early Ring of Health, so now PL can't threaten him, and Borax ported to the lane, so now he has to walk of shame back. That means PL is alone in the top lane for a couple of waves. This is hugely problematic for Team Aster here. Damn, ooh. Still has the Morph, he's fine. Still has magic stick charges, he's okay. That bottom lane is quite peculiar because as much as Sylar's going to be farming that lane, he's playing against an Ancient Apparition who, because of the range issues, he'll never be able to truly threaten until he gets higher levels. And it's X Nova as the support down bottom. There's no real threat. XXX. In the same way that there is some threat top for Monet. XXX. Trying to get more experience on the Ancient Apparition. What's the build here? Rod of Atos has been queued up already for him. So Atos means that's easy usage of the Ice Blast. Blink Dagger going to be following that up. X Nova gonna try and kill one of these heroes. Sylar doesn't have access to the Searing Chains. He was holding the point just in case he needed to use it, but turns out to be unnecessary. And for now also XXX is gonna find a lot of his net worth stolen away by X Nova. And given that you're playing Ancient Apparition, not necessarily a hyper farming hero, who's easily able to dip into the jungle and regain all and any lost net worth, means that he needs a good laning phase. So this might be one of those few games where this mechanic of the steal with the Janata has a much bigger impact than you would think. In a lot of games it seems kind of cool in the laning phase and then sort of peters off, but might never peter off given that this is an AA. Also top Chalice now almost has Vanguard. Never mind, scratch that, he does have Vanguard. So this lane is now possible for Monet to play. The only thing they have positively for themselves is the Whirling Death. But properly threatening with their heroes onto this axe is going to be extremely difficult. And because he got this item so early, they'll be able to leave him alone in this lane with the Phoenix much sooner. Meaning that EHOME can play far more efficiently on the rest of the map. Now that they don't need that efficiency, the mid farm is going quite well. Top's going very well. Bottom Sylar is being out CS, but the net worth is definitely going to be in his favor because X Nova is stealing away. Oh, actually, he didn't go for the Searing Chains. Oh, Sleight of Fist will be used. Lanem might tick out here. And indeed he does. Does take out X-Nova first though, so the experience advantage is going to be his. I suppose one of the critical aspects of this bounty hunter is that once he does have track, he's very useful at preventing this Nyx assassin from just running around the map without any difficulty. They'll have adequate vision. Top now, they're looking for Borax. Will they be able to bring him down? Battle Hunger with the Sunray. More than enough damage. And they will be able to find the kill there. Third death on Borax in this game. Third kill involvement for the Axe. And for me, as much as Sylar is going to be very critical for dishing out some necessary damage, Axe is really where the game is going to be won from. Chalice having this good of a start should really worry the side of Team Aster. Also had a bounty rune being stolen. White Album, fortunately for him, able to get to the regen rune in time. Borax, dude. I think Borax is dead. At the same time, they somehow managed to kill Sylar. Not even picking up level 6 just yet. How did that happen? Chalice doesn't manage to get ran down. White Album doesn't find the range for the Crypt Swarm either. DP's move doesn't get anything. But how did the bottom kill happen? Seriously, XXX doesn't have level 6, only has 3 points cold feet.
Run, 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 run.
Kinda shocking that that actually took place. Sylar will say that his excuse was that he was alone for a time, and he might get cold feeted again here. No, does manage to walk away from this, so no death will be emerging. Would have been disastrous if he died twice in a row. Also, now they feel they want to bring down the Phoenix bottom. If they're able to find a nice hit, they can actually kill XXX. XXX though wants to find a kill of his own, looking to bring down Sylar. Sylar should take a tumble here. Very nicely done by the offlaner from Team Aster. Might lose his own life. Sunray coming in from Fade, and that should be enough to get a kill. However, they achieve what they really wanted, which is bringing down the Ember Spirit yet again. And they do this before he cracks 6. So that means that when he respawns, can't TP back to the wave either. Pretty big kill for the side of Aster to get. Getting it at the exact right moment as well. No, Nuret, we love you too, fam. We love you too. Chalice. Base boots in tow. Coming soon. Very, very soon. Very short. Getting a call. Just onto Borax, just to play with him a little bit. They're bringing in a whole host of reinforcements though to the top lane. They be prepared for this. 3 heroes already stacked up here. XXX desperately wants to use the Ice Blast onto Chalice. Fade also in the offing. Lanem can't find the angle for an impale. Now they also bring in some reinforcements of their own. Because here comes X-Nova. Ice Blaster onto Chalice. Way too much damage. He's dead. XXX. They're gonna try to bring him down, but there's not enough damage. Nothing fine. Wait, is there? Is there? Is there? Is there? Fire Spirit? Does he take out? Yes, he does. Okay, it's all good. It's not so bad. XM now showing up as well. Supernova gets popped right before Borax is able to kill this Phoenix. Does manage to Timber Chain to the far side to safety. So he's not brought down by this egg, but does lose his life on the axe anyway. That's the big target. At the same time though, they lose XXX. Like I said, remember, every single time that this ancient apparition is dead, there's no flash farming for AA. So big catch up, not really a possibility for this hero. Needs to be as far ahead early as humanly possible to stay with the same amount of farm as an offlaner. Very easy for this offlane AA to end up with a farm of a support. Borax, oof. X-Nova. X-Nova made a bit of a mistake there. He was uncertain what he wanted to do. If he wanted to use Junata hit onto DP or cancel out the TP of Borax. By the time he decides, it's a little bit too late. Still though, EHOME. They got to the level 6 on the Bounty Hunter, so they have this track. They can be very strong on the economy game. But a lot of it will also come out of Chalice being able to find some early kills. Radiant side though, they do lose the tier 1 tower middle. I'm gonna try to counter this out by playing for the tier 1 top on him. They know that he's walking around with the Vendetta, but they don't know exactly where. Chalice went in for the raw core, doesn't manage to find it. The Ice Blast, will it connect? Nah, just clips him. Ooh, who's griefing more? I think Borax is griefing a little bit harder today in this game. It's a slight bit harder. Well, nope, make that X Nova. This, oh my god. Ah, GG, I'm quitting the game right now, honestly. Oh, White Album? What's bottom? I don't have the silence just yet on him, so they cannot prevent Psylocke from being able to get away to safety. Bringing in some reinforcement down bottom though, because they do want to take this fight. White Album does not have Ghosts, so he's in actually a dangerous position here. Can they slow him down enough? They get the core, they should have enough to get the kill. The chop will be there. Borax, Timber chains through with the Chakram. But cannot save the life of the Death Prophet. Borax.
Ayo.
Very unhappy about that state of affairs.
Ayo.
Also, that was a track kill, so more gold going the way of EHOME. And that's gonna start stacking up. So they start making a massive impact on the economy of this game.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Ori, never buy BKB. Ori stresses me out sometimes. If Ori's playing Storm Spirit or Leshrac, and I know BKB is just a fever dream in that game. Chalice will find himself getting impaled here. They want to chase him down. The heal will be there from the Sunray. I do think they'll have enough damage to still get this kill. And now Borax looking into Fade. Fade able to dive away. Lanem doesn't have enough mana for a follow-up impale here. So Fade should be a-okay in the trees. And this game stands right now. EHOME very, very happy with how things are going. X Nova keeps stealing away net worth from Monet and XXX. You see where XXX is right now with his net worth? Yeah, he's never gonna climb up. He's gonna be at the bottom of the net worth for the rest of the game. I think they've actually done a decent enough job on EHOME. Both with X Nova continually stealing away his gold. And now middle X. Borax is gone. They are gonna reveal this Blink Dagger from Chalice. Blow up the Timber Saw as a result, and now they want the tier 1 tower middle. They lost their own a while ago, however now should be definitely favored to take this one.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Fade is a god at Dota 2. Honestly, one of the reasons I've been so upset about watching EHOME play Dota is I feel like Chalice hasn't really hit the same heights that he was hitting when he was on LG Diesel. But my real disappointments are X Nova and Fade. There was a point where either of them, like X Nova was like, yo, best 5 in China. Fade, yo, best 4 in China.
Tower is under attack.
It hasn't fully clicked just yet on the squad. When it does though, it's actually crazy that China has 2 tier 1 teams that are underperforming between EHOME and Elephant. Insane. Well, Shinkyu's the best 4 in China now. Borax tanking a lot of damage from the Sunray. Fade has enough damage, actually got him. Yeah. That was a track kill. Even if X Nova dies here, hashtag worth. You force them to use a dust. 3 heroes have now surrounded you. You've got a track kill for your team. Who the hell cares? Sure, Monet is the one that picks up the life off of you. But that's a 5 position traded for a 4 position. Whilst Aster also intend for Borax to occupy more of a core role in this game. And we see the gold trade. Thank you, Trek. Thank you, Trek. PL does at the very least pick up now the young Diffusal Blade. Did he buy Hood of Defiance first? No. That's quite brave to go second item Hood of Defiance instead of first in this game, but I suppose he's not really playing aggressively anywhere on the map. He's only playing safely in his jungle. A fact which EHOME seems to have also figured out right now is they want to try and get aggressive onto him. They'll come across XXX, they'll take it. Remember, offlane, Ancient Apparition. So if they can kill him, it's decent gold for them. Sylar though got ice blasted. They took the killing blade out. Nice call from the axe onto Lana, but with White Album showing up with the exorcism ghost, everybody's turn to flee. Fade, Icarus diving away. White Album does not want to go onto the low ground. Doesn't have any mana remaining. What a win. What a W. You force out Ghost, you kill XXX. Now you can maybe even take the fight on the retreat. EHOME really far ahead right now. Fade. Getting caught out. He's gonna pop the supernova. Big call with the blink in. Can they destroy the egg? Yes, they can. Unfortunately, it is only level 1 supernova. But that was proof of concept. They should be careful about this chase because Chalice is still nearby. X-Nova. The dust will expire soon, but does not have access to another Shadow Walk, so he does indeed die. Strong chase there by the side of Team Aster. XM. Dangerous place to be, my friend.
Ayo.
But he's fine. What we saw there with the blink call to interrupt them attacking the supernova, proof of concept of what later in the game will look like. Once the egg actually has some durability, right now it pretty much has nothing. To be fair, Borax is going to help on the path to getting a better egg, giving up his life so that Fade gets more experience. What a comrade, what a nice guy. Fade getting closer towards picking up this BKB. Oh, nice call. XXX, you are gone, buddy. And remember, every time this happens, I'm gonna keep saying, off lane, Ancient Apparition. Not support, not support, off lane. So whenever he dies like that, you don't flash farm on this hero. Level 9 right now, seems like he's gonna stay level 9. He's less experienced than Fade at the moment. Hell, even X-Nova is about to catch up to that level 9. Lol, he also prevents Monet from being able to pick up the full Hood of Defiance. Nice scan onto X-Nova. They run around, they get a sentry down. They will kill him, but go, buddy. Whole team is around me. Okay, go for it, boys. If you kill me like that every single time I come onto your side of the map, you are welcome. We see that Lardem's economy game has been absolutely tarnished here because of this bounty hunter. And on all this action, remember that at some point Sylar was beneath the PL. Now he's ahead of him. As the Maelstrom completes, gonna go into BKB. So now they have Maelstrom, Axe, and Ember Spirits with the full jump in on his normal spells to deal with the PL. Vibes. I don't know if Team Aster have got this one. I think they've maybe got game 3, but I think EHOME got game 2. Brax trying to lead with his team. They want to make sure that they have control of the Roshan area. Difficult place to fight around. And in this game, they don't have necessarily the best ultimates for the area. They have Ice Blast, Ghost, and Chakram, but have to deal with Supernova. And around the Roshan pit, Supernova is king. Very slow, deliberate game now as things are being slowed down. EHOME happy to have the slower pace. They will lose Fade now in the middle of his Icarus dive, so there's no possibility of an escape. I'm gonna waste their time a little bit before he does go down. And I like the build that Fade is going for, building into this BKB. The big reason for this is dealing with these Ancient Apparition spells, as well as making sure that he never gets silenced again to prevent him from using Supernova. also lost 2 heroes now though, so Aster can use that time. Catch up more on Monet. Has finished the Hood of Defiance, so can start getting into this SNY. EHOME though, definitely want to fight before that point. So once they finish the E-Blade on Morphling and the BKB on Psylocke, I expect them to want to press the tempo as soon as humanly possible. The axe up. Going just for the usual build as well. Also wants BKB. They're gonna have double BKB with E-Blade. That feels pretty strong. XXX will then suddenly feel a lot less powerful in the middle of the fight. Because yeah, sure, he can throw out the Ice Blast and it's super great. But all your other spells is where a lot of your damage actually comes from. As the AA. On him, does he want to try and get Spike Carapace kill? They get the reveal. There's going to be Ice Blast. Will Sylar die? Sylar, can he get away? Doesn't actually have a remnant to safety. Nice call from Chalice on the other side of the fight. They may be looking towards the Borax Timbersaw XM. In a bit of danger here, not morphing enough strength. XM is in a lot of trouble. Taking too much damage between the Timber, the Spirit Siphon, and XM is going to die. Sylar showing up now to try maybe get something back. They will be able to remnant forward. BKB popped by the Ember Spirit. Will they be able to find any additional targets? Doesn't seem so just yet. XXX been tracked up though, so he is allowing them to catch up. There will be a call. They put him in the grave. Supernova also comes out. Monet, can he help destroy it? He's gonna try to. He does manage to take it out, but it's gonna cost his life. He got Spirit's Siphon, a Spirit Vessel in the process. At the same time though, they do manage to kill Chalice as well, getting enough damage out of both Monet and White Album. Adam, does he die? Spirit Vessel ticking him over, doesn't tick out. But Sylar will be able to chase him with the remnant and they do secure the kill. Now White Album, only survivor from his team, does manage to make it away to safety. That's very scary for Team Aster. Consider how hard they end up losing this fight. And they took this fight 4v5. Remember, Morphling died very early on. They had no morph. EHOME jumped in on them. But that's kind of what happens when they don't have to worry about the Ice Blast anymore. This time around it is level 2 Supernova, so Monet has to commit pretty much all his attention to try to bring it down. Unfortunately losing his life in the process. And eventually, of course, the Phoenix is 100% going to be buying Aghanim Scepter in this game. He gets like both Ags, like the Shard and the Scepter. Jeez. Things get extremely scary. Yeah, Egg 3 becomes extremely difficult to deal with at that point. On him. Getting as much D-ward action on the map as he humanly can at present. But still, things are starting to feel a bit more claustrophobic for them. I'm getting really worried about XXX. At this point, really feeling like an Ice Blast machine and nothing more. Presence in the fight beyond that, really been lacking up until this point. I'm trying to go for a fight here. Anem will break the smoke. Gets pulled in by Chalice. Nice silence. Fade going in with Sunray. BKBs are popped. Now they turn around. They manage to bring down X-Nova, but Borax also gonna die. XM stole away the Timber Soul form and will use the Timber Chain with the Whirling Death to make sure they get the Borax kill. Axe going forward, looking for a call onto DP, who gets Yules into the air to keep herself alive. Sunray putting her very low though. Sylar will chase her. Sylar will kill her. They brought down White Album and now XM will eat an Ice Blast though. Between that and the Chakram, there's too much damage for him to stay alive, but at the same time Sylar coming back in to get revenge by bringing down the rest of the team. But still, Borax bringing Fade into the ground. Sylar now out of mana. Can he run away from this? Doesn't have BKB. Gets the bottle. Trying to get mana back from the bottle charges, but will not be able to do so. And Monet, actually the one to pick up the double damage rune, and he gets the double kill. Full team wipe. Does require a buyback from the Timber Sword to make that one possible. Nonetheless though, EHOME get punched very hard in the nose by the side of Team Aster. The big deal is that Monet survives throughout all of it. And he's the win condition for the side of Team Aster. So if he lives in a fight, happy days. Also, they need BKB on XM. Getting to that point now.
Radiant's been fortified. No, mate, don't waste your time. Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Really is getting to that point now where it's unavoidable. Nova. Underneath a sentry, little does he know though. I'm gonna move said sentry as well as the obs ward that it was protecting. At some point, XM was top 1 MMR in China. It was between, there was a point where literally day by day, it was him or nothing to say. They were swapping between the two of them for #1 position. And at the time, I believe Paparazzi was 3. The back of that fight, they still are on the map. They haven't lost anything. That's always the great thing about losing a fight on the enemy side of the map, that it's unlikely at this stage of the game that they'll be able to take that momentum and bring it towards your side. Right now, EHOME started running behind farm. Chalice needs this Manta ASAP. He has the Aghanim shot, but I feel like the Manta is also required now. Also, I feel like EHOME are somewhat allowing themselves to be split apart. Whenever they fight as a big unit, they feel incredibly strong, but it's when Team Aster is able to split them apart. One hero here, a support or two on the other side, that it feels like Aster have no difficulty taking the engagement, so they stay together. EHOME can certainly still come out on top of these fights. They need to stay together, and they especially need to retreat once their BKBs are down. Monet is just way too dangerous to fight into right now without having your BKB active.
Tower is under attack.
Sylar has Aghanim Scepter flying in right now. Wants to get both the Ags and the shard itself. So he's building anti-PL. I'm fine with this. The physical damage can come in from XM. Is not building BKB. Thank God. So disappointing when you see like heroes dying because they lack one item that they could have been getting. And his team have vision of the Roshan pit. Everybody knows this is the next port of call. They actually want to go for a smoke play though. Monet is the first one they're going to come across, so if they can find him. Where's Chalice? Where's Chalice? Chalice needs to be the one that needs this dodge. Monet. Oh god, Monet! Monet! Oh no, he used doppelganger. Oh no, that's a huge mistake. That's huge. That's huge. Monet's dead. Oh boy. That's oof. Oof, 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 oof. That's very good. Alright. Roche is most certainly gonna fall. There's very few ways to defend this. Lanem might try for a sneaky steal, but he doesn't have Blink Dagger either. Ice Blast comes through, but it's too late. XM already gonna walk away with the Sages. This was only Roche 1, so there's no extra goodies to give away with it. Gonna be the Aegis by itself. Young Johnny! What's hurt, fam? What's going on? With that, the one thing that they do not really have on the side of EHOME is unless XM is the one that's beating down onto Elena Rax, they have very little damage onto these bigger structures. And speaking of XM, shows himself middle as they almost went onto Sylar and killed him. Sylar has a bad habit whenever he does play Ember Spirit though. I have noticed this in the past, that he doesn't actually leave defensive remnants down. Like, he relies on his skill and on his team to be able to ensure he can get down an extra remnant. Top lane, they do get a kill onto Chalice here, but EHOME will take it. You're a tier 2 tower in the middle lane. Hey, sleeping is the best thing. A late morning on a Saturday, that's what you're supposed to be doing, Comedy. It's all good. Over. Holding this forced off. Will definitely make a huge difference here to the fortunes of the team in this game. Listen, Johnny, hang with Bay, bro. You will treasure those moments with Bay. I'm not going anywhere. I'll be out. Okay. White Album's in trouble. White Album. Ooh, they don't call him just yet. Nice Yule Scepter. They still have enough damage to kill her. XM just hits way too hard on the Smurfling.
他们说什么我也不会去了。
Look, the Dire's top tower.
Run.
It's under
That's amazing. You get the track kill and you force out the BKB charge. Life is so good.
哎呦，
Look, the Dire's top tower. It's under attack. Dire's top tower.
Get to
is
taken
falling.
out by the side of EHOME.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
Will they
attack.
try reach onto the high ground? There's no buyback available for the Death Prophet. A large portion of their team fight damage does come from her. Look at this dive in, Sylar. Oh, Spike Cactus will stun him up. There's gonna be the jump in. Oh, Sylar. Classic Sylar play. Classic Sylar play.
お前はもう死んでいる
Tower is under attack.
Oh man, I love how his own team even tipped him, dude. They're like, yeah man. Yeah man. It's who tipped him. Oh no, they didn't. They're only Borax. Alright.
他们说什么我也不会去了。他们说什么我也不会去了。
Oh, that was so funny. Lanem. Actually pop BKB. This is... Okay. They have to run so far away right now because they don't have the egg anymore, so they don't have any big team fight. And that's why he buys back instantly on this next assassin. He recognizes that this is their chance. If they can catch any of these heroes, this could be massive, but unfortunately for them, they do not. That buyback ends up not really being useful from Lanem. Does delay the game though, because though they know that there is an Aegis sitting in the hands of the Morphling, there's no way they're gonna use it. Aegis expires in the next minute. Supernova only up again in 80 seconds. Because they use the egg, falls out the game again. Team Aster. Python and Sylar use BKB, dude! He's already down to 6 seconds. He just popped BKB, man. Oh my. He knows he's playing against the next assassin. These things happen. I told you all AA would be pause for this game. If they kept hunting it. And they did. They kept hunting it. Kept killing it over and over again. I mean, XXX has had 6 deaths in this game. And you can't farm on this hero. Now they're wholly reliant on this PL hyper carrying them. Alice, ball doesn't connect. Out of Atos, Ice Blast, is it gonna come out? Not just yet. Jumping in from Sylar. Are gonna be able to find Borax. They want the first one. And they get 1 life. Do they get more out of this? Ice Blast doesn't connect. Lanem trying to get away from this fight. Gets Jules into the air. Track will be there shortly thereafter. So bonus gold for the rest of EHOME. There's no buyback available from either hero. This might finally represent the time for EHOME to try press up onto the high ground. If they can, this time around, Sylar can actually make the dangerous jump onto the high ground without having to worry about getting insta-bursted. But we'll still choose to respect the spells available here. Besides, you're just happier making the map smaller and smaller at this point. Chalice now finally finishes off the Manta style. So now he has a way to get himself out of the silence without having to pop the actual BKB. Mix pod 6. Ah, base. Game is extremely difficult for the side of Team Aster to come back into, but not impossible. So the thing is, if they just stack up on the high ground with Ancient Apparition, Death Prophet, PL, they don't even need the Timbersaw anymore, but just those heroes being alive means that pushing so hard for EHOME. So at any given time you get Ice Blasted, tank so much quick damage, and then you just die. At the same time though, for Team Aster, yeah, sure, you feel safe about being able to defend this high ground, but Monet has such a rough time. Very difficult job to do as the PL. Okay, no more Ice Blast, no more worries. Ilar jumping in, they want to find Lanem, they know that this is a buyback on the Nyx, so now it's a dieback on the Nyx. Axe getting the call onto Borax, and Borax is also going to take a tumble. Two heroes having fallen. White Album is almost certainly next in the chopping block. BKB with Spider Legs though, keeps him alive as he runs up the high ground. And there is still a tier 2 tower here, so EHOME will marshal their discipline. Clearly, their coaching of QQQ is starting to take impact. They play carefully, they back up. And they will not put themselves into a bad situation. Instead, they force out Ghost on the other side. I think they stole the gem as well, right? From them. Let's see, who is sitting with the gem? Yeah, Syla took the gem. Or is it their gem that they have? Wait, let's see again. Hold on.
Ayo.
Other side. Oh, they still have their gem. Okay. Looks like it was saved by White Album. Team Aster right now. Still haven't given up a lane of racks, but it feels like it's only a matter of time. Their ability to go press outside of the base is somewhat lacking. All they have is the ability to blow up one hero. Impale, Ice Blast, that hero is dead, but that hero buys back. They don't have what it takes for the second go around. You know, the full Shiva's complete for the Phoenix. Axe at the same time, building AC. Once they get all these armor items for the entire squad, how on earth does PL even do damage, let alone survive the fight? Only buybacks available in the entire game belong to the PL, the Death Prophet, as well as this Ancient Apparition. Chalice is about to have buyback of his own. Morph's still fairly far away. However, for now, buybacks are more important for the side of Team Aster. Oh my god, that's so good. Oh god, look at this. Pipe of Insight now bought for X-Nova. This makes life even more difficult for XXX on this Ancient Apparition. Because now, not only is there a pipe to deal with, it's coming from the 5 position. Hero that's very unlikely to die first. He's playing Bounty Hunter. X. Just been tracked up. Throw a shuriken toss after him. I hope you have the multi-stream going there, Johnny. EHOME are not going to give them any kind of entrance into the Roshan pit. They want them to know it. They're not even doing this in such a way as they don't want to fight. They'd rather take a fight. They find Monet, Supernova, used almost instantly. Will they be able to get the call? No, they cannot. But they still have a lot of chase potential. But Supernova already popping. They decide to let this one go. Aster now, potentially they feel like they can fight without the egg being online. Smoke up from White Album and the boys. And they get something going. They force a good fight. X-Nova pops the smoke. Happy to do it. Now, yeah, they get the good vision. Throwing out tracks too. Yo, this Bounty Hunter has really worked out. It's really worked out for EHOME. I'm very surprised that it has actually, because normally Bounty Hunter sucks. But X-Nova knows what's up. In particular, I think the real impact has been felt on XXX. In hating life. Eva's now grabbed by White Album. Will help somewhat against the sheer right-click damage of XM. We also got a butterfly now for the PL, so both of these heroes have decided to forego buyback. They feel like if they want to fight around the Roshan pit itself, the fight goes well, they can still keep their game with some semblance of hope, but if it goes badly, things start to change in a hurry. illusions, throwing some vision onto the other side of the map. EHOME, aware of what's happening. They know that Team Aster probably smoked up around. In the outpost right now. And also, look at this. They're also sending out some of these illusions middle. Monet. Okay. Gonna get grabbed on. Sylar wants to find this jump. BKB now activated by the Ember Spirit. Borax. He's gonna activate a BKB of his own. I think he's just running distraction plays here. They understand that they win this fight when they're able to split it. And they're trying to split it right now. But it's extremely difficult for them to do. As they've now already lost Borax. X-Nova. Dying on the other side. Does get brought down. Huge call though. Monet. As well as White Album. Both brought down inside in XXX. Gotta throw back the call, it's not gonna be good enough. Supernova was there from Fade. Far side of the fight where it can't really be accessed, and he uses the sun ray damage. Sylar also diving forward to try find White Album, was able to flicker away a little bit to safety. At the same time, Fade was able to bring down Lanem. Borax back into the fray. Didn't buy back for this, but he will almost certainly be dying back for this one. As he gets held in position, the damage is too much. Fade gets a double kill.
Ayo.
And Team Aster, I really am not seeing how they can come back into this game. EHOME, 27k gold lead, almost a 30,000 experience lead. Huge fight around the Roshan pit. And they decide they don't even want the Rosh. Very similar to what Aster did in game 1. You take the decisive fight. Who cares about Rosh? We're here for these buildings. One lane of Rax turns into 2. It's EHOME. EL just not able to deal with the Ember Spirit and the Axe. Now Cole Axe also finds White Album, who should be able to survive this, but they just want to zone him back. Because XM doesn't want to just make it 2 lanes of Rax. Make that 3, baby. Get me some Megas. The entire map being cleared out. EHOME now just have to sit back, potentially still go into the Roshan pit. Just decide how they want to win out the game. Still no buybacks available from the DP nor the PL. DP might find hers within the next few minutes before the next push, but seems unlikely as well. Hey Lyrical, what's hurt, fam? What's going on, G? Roshan. Morphling scouts it out. Team Aster, if they lose this fight, it's GG. They know that they have one last chance. And that's it. Especially if Monet dies. It seems highly likely with how much damage is coming in from this Morphling. BKB, Sylar jumping in onto Lanem. Okay, they might be able to find this one out. Yule Scepter will toss the Nyx into the air. He will perish. He does have buyback though. Roshan already being attempted by the rest of Aster. Chalice finds a 2-hero call. Yule Scepter will save White Album for a moment, but Monet was caught. Now BKB activated by Borax to try and force back this fight. Supernova used up by the Phoenix Fade. They get the Gleipnir out onto White Album, who escapes for just a moment by popping the BKB. Borax commits his body forward though to buy some distraction time. White Album comes back in with the Exorcism Ghost going out everywhere. They still can't find a viable target though. Team Aster dealing with some super high HP heroes on the side of EHOME. Everybody's pretty much back up to full. What can they do in the second go around? They're leading in onto Chalice. Spirit Siphon going down. It's going to be a call though. Chalice buying some time, but he's taking a lot of damage. Chalice might actually die here. And indeed he does. Fires back instantly though. He wants to re-involve himself back into the fight. White Album stalled out by the Gleipnir. Can't actually escape. In the meantime, XM looking for the fight on the other side. Also look inside the base. The Megas are assaulting the buildings. XXX cannot hold this back by himself. So GG, well played is called. They take the throne, they take the W. EHOME have taken game number 2 and have given us the decider. Woo! What a game. What a game, what a game, what a game. EHOME showing their mettle in that one. I do think that they were helped out somewhat by this draft that we saw emerging from the side of Team Aster. Hey, Johnny! Base Johnny! Base Johnny! Hey, Johnny, what a G. What a G. Shout out to Johnny, handing out a subscription to Lyrical and putting the numbers up. Now we're getting even closer to getting to 150. What a god. Gee. Aster in this one. I mean, they tried to do something interesting, right? With this XXX Ancient Apparition. Honestly, real talk, I feel like if in this game they just decided to put XXX on the Timbersaw, have him lane as the Timbersaw, have this Ancient Apparition in the game, even if it's Borax that plays it, because of how useful this AA can actually be. However, you run into this weird situation where you lane it like how they did, where you effectively get 2-4 positions. Instead of one moderately strong Timbersaw with the support of an Ancient Apparition, you have one really weak Timbersaw, one really weak Ancient Apparition. Yeah, when they combo up together with Nyx and everything on one target, it does help them to burst and get a kill. But it's extremely difficult to reliably do the later the game goes. And half the game we saw Borax was just putting his body forward, not even as a real damage mechanism, but just to soak up pressure away from Monet, away from White Album, being like, these guys are about to die. If I don't jump forward and die myself, they're going to lose their lives. But XXX would throw in an Ice Blast, then okay, cool. Weirdly enough, X Nova actually won the game for them. Because that bottom lane, they actually did really well, right? And initially, from the side of Team Aster, with that Ancient Apparition lane. And initially, it seemed like they might actually have the potential to overrun Sylar completely. But remember what happened when we looked at the 10-minute mark? Because of X Nova continually going in with the Janata hit onto XXX, despite XXX having more experience at that point in the game than Sylar, he had a lot less farm. And it had very little to do with how well Sylar was doing, but X Nova was always there. Janata, 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 Janata. Had a pretty disastrous impact. And as we discussed, the way that Ancient Apparition plays, they don't really have the opportunity or the option to try flash farm to get back into a comfortable position when the game starts sliding away from you. As a result, EHOME. Also, their itemization, man. Anti-Phantom Lancer. Gleipnir was picked up. Chalice went all in on making sure he's just jumping onto Monet. Fade very early rush on the Aghanim shot because he knew he can sit back now and use Sunray as a big tool to reveal the PL. Cracks were really useful as well from X Nova. Somehow always finding the real Monet. Very clean performance here from the side of EHOME. Well, let's see if they can keep up that cleanliness, this crispness going into the deciding game number 3. So make sure you stick around. Game 3 already being loaded up. I'm going to have some more dotes in just a second. In the meantime, make sure that you are following the stream if you aren't already. And if you are and you've had a good time, consider becoming a supporter. Be like young Johnny, who gave Lyrical a subscription. I mean, gifting one is also as good as getting one for yourself, right? Either way, subscribe in order to be able to support the stream. Can become a patron through patreon.com or put a young one-time donation. Get your name right here and know that you are supporting the growth, the flourishing, and the better production. Time goes. With that, game 2 is done. Game 3 coming up. Don't go anywhere, and we'll be right back with some more.
team banned.
Ladies, gentlemen, and my NBA comrades, we're here. We're here. We got game 3. Aster versus EHOME. It has gone the distance. Aster still has a chance to get themselves into 4th place here in I-League. They've already cleared out DPC. You've won. Top 1. Well done. So it's going to be a while before they play Dota. So the I-League would keep them fresh. Getting into top 4 would get them into the upper bracket. However, it does require getting through EHOME, who have been putting up a very strong competition. Here we go into game 3 after EHOME decisively took game 2. Let's see what they got. Let's see what they got. Aster, not playing around. It does seem like the winning hero has been the Axe. Honestly, I think that Axe is tier 1 hero right now. Like, might even be T0, honestly.
Radiant team pick.
Responded to by EHOME going for the Lion Doom opening duo. Lion Doom. I like Lion Doom. I like Lion as a hero. I think that hero is really, really strong. Of course, Doom. I mean, it's Doom. What do you want? What do you want? Press R, suddenly a hero can't play the game. Makes you feel very strong in the game. Team Aster going for this Axe with the Spirit Breaker. Spirit Breaker, a hero that is very particular. I think if there is a team that can play this hero, it's probably, there's only like, the only teams I would actually trust to play Spirit Breaker personally is Team Aster, Team Secret, Nigma, and there's one team I'm forgetting. EG. Yeah, those are the only teams I would actually trust to be able to play this hero, because they have certain 5 position players on the squad that understand these weird dynamics, have a great map understanding and awareness. So very excited to see what Lanem is going to do with this hero. EHOME. Grimstroke gets picked up. I mean, somehow it gets through the ban phase. I mean, come on. You see Doom in the game, you don't ban Grimstroke? Bit of a surprising move there from the side of Team Aster, but nonetheless, move is made. You have to deal now with double Doom. You have to deal with double Hex. You have to deal with double Earth Spike. You have to deal with double Laguna Blade. Extremely high damage, high lockdown type of draft right now from EHOME. And then they go in for an old classic, the Sylar Nature's Prophet. Been a minute since I've seen him play this. Used to run this all the time.
10 seconds remaining.
There's a 0% chance that they pick Nature's Prophet on a team with Sylar and don't let Sylar play it. They do have last pick though, so maybe they want like some Spectre or something. I don't know. They could like have XM play the Doom middle, Chalice be the one that rolls with the Nature's Prophet. The matchup for Doom versus Lina, if it is a Lina going mid, is not that rough. I mean, it sucks because you lose the lane due to the spell casting, but you have enough regen and Devour to keep yourself topped up both in health as well as the overall gold. So certainly that could be the decision from the side of EHOME with XM. Team Aster at the same time. Lina. Where's Lina going? I prefer Lina 2 to Lina 4 personally, especially in games like this where they don't have a natural easy stun to set up the LSA 4. If they were playing with like maybe some Shadow Demon on their team, or they have Centaur, Sand King, these kind of heroes, then I'm like, yeah, sure, go for this Lina in the 4 position. Does seem like she actually might be 4 because now they grab themselves the Bristleback. How does this Bristleback game go for Aster? It's okay. This BB here can be very good against Nature's Prophet. They don't have easy ways to kill the hero. However, got Lion here. The mana drain is really, really annoying. Omega, they won with Boom. What? Are you serious? Wow. Okay. Hey, Maka. I also hope I caught that TI eventually. Probably not going to be this year though. It is what it is.
5 seconds remaining.
Team Aster. Actually, like, funnily enough, consider Lyrical, who was in chat earlier. He was TI level for a long time before they let him actually get to TI. Aster now. What's the last pick gonna be from them? We need something active for the mid lane. I'm really not liking the pace of the game from them right now just yet. I want to see the last hero that like fits the whole puzzle together. EHOME's draft. Just think they need a hero that helps them not die. If they get like some effective sustain from the offlane,
Seconds remaining.
game can go really well for them.
5 seconds remaining.
But what hero do they get to provide that said effective sustain? Has to be a hero that's also good against the bristleback. See, maybe potentially Pango. I like Pango here actually.
10 seconds
EHOME.
remaining.
I like Pango.
5
Yeah, I like Pango. This can be a bit of a rough lane versus Nature's Prophet, depending on the itemization on that hero. The response going to be to DP. I still do maintain that I would like to see Pangolier. I think Doom can perform perfectly fine. Middle. Oh, F5. I don't know what's happening today, y'all. It feels like Twitch is just being really jittery with me. I don't know what's up. Do we get lost? They still also don't have any easy team fighting, like team fight starting at this point in time. The team fight mechanics are decent, but they have a bit of a rough time engaging these fights. So a hero that fixes that will also help a lot. I feel like I keep circling back to Sand King. I think that's going to be the hero pick here for Chalice. Or even Mars, but that should be banned, right? No, it's not banned. Okay. I've seen Mars Nature's Prophet work out quite well.
Choose your hero.
Oh, okay, so I am willing to bet all the money I've ever made that none of you, nobody on earth assumed that we'd be getting a last pick Faceless Void for XM. That's certainly something. Okay. I'm not sure how much of a fan of this I am, honestly. I'm gonna be 100 at this point. Where's the damage in the bubble? Like, Sylar's gonna have to supply a lot of it. He's the one that's gonna have to make sure that there's always a Wrath of Nature bouncing around. He ports in, so we're probably gonna see a much more aggressive build from Sylar, just to be able to allow him to dish out the damage necessary to kill these targets. Could be like the old school Maelstrom build on the hero. We'll see. Mid faceless. Personally, I didn't see that coming. Let me keep it at 100. I'm very perplexed by this pick emerging right now. But emerge it has. I have to deal with that. Who wins though? If this was like a different hero instead of Faceless Void, I'd say I'm all in on EHOME, but the Faceless Void is giving me pause. That's the hero that's making me feel, I don't know about this. Okay, let's see. Well, EHOME, the unorthodox mid pickup of the Faceless Void here, will be successful against the side of Team Aster, who need this victory much more than EHOME do, but will they get it? Find out together.
Ayo.
Pull roots and run.
Ayo.
Here we go.
Prepare for battle.
EHOME taking on the side of Team Aster. When it comes to big AoE fights, EHOME have massive abilities. They've got the Doom, the Soulbind, which gives them double Doom, double Finger, double Hex, Wrath of Nature, and a Chronosphere. So their big team fight is absurd, but Aster have literally no chill in this game. The only long cooldown they have is on the Jet Prophet. Everybody else just plays extremely high tempo all the time. Always want to be in some kind of engagement. And do they actually kill XM here? I think they might have enough to kill him. They're slowing him down. LSA from Borax will be up again in a couple seconds. There it is. And I think they've got this. XXX is the one that draws the first blood as well.
Ayo.
Right. Good start to the game there by being able to draw the kill. Bristleback is playing in the off lane and Monet is going to be a safe lane axe.
他们说什么我也不会去了。
お前はもう死んでいる。
他们说什么我也不会去了。
I do think the way that they've set up this block right now on the side of EHOME, that it's possible to win against Aster, but it's going to require resisting a lot of
他们
lane
说什么
pressure.
我也不会去了。
お前はもう死ん
They
でい
also
る。
decided to rather play the Faceless Void in the safe lane. Sylar's going to occupy this mid lane. Probably, I mean, a much better lane matchup than what it would be if it was Faceless Void here, right? I think a lot of my fear also came down to, are they actually going to run Void middle versus Death Prophet? Doing that feels so rough. But in a lane, I think that'll make Void a lot happier. Sylar will also be happy middle. Can't get zoned out by White Album in the same way a lot of other mids are. And the Crypt Swarm doesn't really affect the Treants all that much. And of course you do get now Bristle back into the Faceless Void. Once you get time dilation, this lane becomes a lot easier for you. You can pretty much guarantee that Bristleback will not be able to run you down and kill you. Between Time Walk and the dilation, for the most part you are a-okay. But you never actually want to be harassing the hero. So it's going to be XM just focusing on getting as much farm for himself as humanly possible. Get the charge forward onto Fade. Will they be able to find this kill? Battle Hunger slowing down the Grimstroke. They do manage to get the kill there. Team Aster. 2 kills unanswered on the map. And they are playing with an eye in mind towards what their draft is supposed to be able to accomplish, which is continual and perpetual fighting. Let's go. The one hero that doesn't want to be fighting all the time is this Death Prophet, and she's going to be comfortable middle, trading farm with Sylar. The one lane though for EHOME that can go very decently is that top lane for the Doom. For Doom himself, it's going to go well. Might be another death or 2 onto the Grimstroke, but Doom was going to get quite a lot out of the lane. Shouldn't actually die there either. So far though, Aster getting what they need. Monet starting to pick up on his own. Yes, wants that early Vanguard. Average times. Sylar getting charged middle. We haven't really seen the impact of the Spirit Breaker just yet. Only the first few minutes in the game. There used to be a time where Spirit Breakers from like minute 2 already starting to charge all across the map. This time around though, Sylar will get stunned up by this. Lanem wants to put out some damage. X-Nova though, nice port in. They're actually bringing in more than just X-Nova. The Sprout will be there. White Album gonna actually find himself getting brought down. Fade there with the Inkswell.
I'm dead.
And indeed he is dead. Oof, that is huge. Nice rotation coming in from EHOME. Spirit Breaker very unhappy about the fact that he effectively led his Death Prophet to her doom. Although with both supports having to make themselves present in the mid lane for that maneuver, does mean that Aster has time for top and bottom increase their share of the CS. Go for now, slight net worth advantage for the side of Team Aster. Charge top again. They want to potentially try and kill Chalice here, Monet. I'm gonna go in for the core. Inkswell. Only gonna actually lead into another death potentially of Lan Ems. Force the Earth. Is it enough? They run him down and Chalice. Okay. First death of the game for Lan Em, but giving it directly away towards the Doom. That is in a lane where Doom was already doing well. Now you die and now you leave the axe in a 2v1 once again. This is so huge. Gonna come back once he respawns with the charge. This is the one bright spot that you can continually do this. But very unfortunate to be giving away its net worth to Doom. Look bottom, X Nova already starting to give us a bit of a preview of how he's gonna annoy XXX later in this game. Mana drain on mana drain. Only level 1 right now, so it doesn't really impact upon the Bristleback too much. But later on, in the middle of these fights, when Bristleback has a low mana pool and wants to be casting a billion spells, being drained is gonna have a huge impact.
Money changes hands.
Aster right now will just be comfortable accruing gold for themselves. Similar to what we saw in the previous games, Borax is playing a hero that he can scale on. So that scaling can take him fairly late. Go fairly late. That's okay. What kind of a question is that?
More fuel for my fire.
You should know, fam. On the actual answer to that question is that I'm sitting on a lion. The elephant's trunk is the antenna to give me internet.
Waste your time.
And zebras are my couch. Yes.
Look, the Dire's top tower is under attack.
Album. System goes putting some pressure onto the tower middle. They charge in with Lan Em as well, who was sitting inside the jungle right now. They finally get a good target, but Sylar with Wrath of Nature thrown out. That album, be a little bit careful here. They actually find a kill top onto Monet.
兄弟们到点了，
Oh god, how did that happen? They chased him down with the Doom, it seems, and it also had Wrath of Nature triggering out, putting in some damage. That is huge. Monet gone. The top lane is even better for them. XM might die in the bottom lane. Threw out the time dilation onto XXX, but the stacks are still coming out. Lan Em, Paul. They should be able to get the kill there. X Nova shows up as well to help kill Borax, and they'll be able to do so. Now they want more though. They really want to bring down this brute. Bristleback in the off lane. XXX, very tanky though. They think better of it. Sylar realizes all he has in his inventory at the moment is a Blightstone. No Mask of Madness just yet, so there's just not enough damage to actually get that kill. Cool. The top lane. Monet trying to lead into a kill onto Chalice. He's getting charged again. Lan Em needs to be super on point every single charge. We'll have to cancel this one though. Dex has Vanguard, so of course wants to spend as much time as he can just post it up bottom. But look at Monet. Both safe laners have really been struggling in this game, but I think it's a little bit more important for Monet to do well on the side of Team Aster. This Faceless Void sort of baked into the cake that you're not expecting this hero to have a stellar performance early on in the game. But part of the reason why you pick this axe for the safe lane is so that he has a very good performance early on in the game and continue to scale from there. Up now. Lan Em and White Album want to try get involved bottom, use those ghosts to try push for the tier 1 tower. No vision picked up on who they must charge just yet though, and Sylar will walk underneath Observer Ward close to the outpost, but he's way too far away for them to decide to turn around and go kill him. Would cut out White Album, so they know that this is coming. Sylar charge will connect onto him. Oh, Earthspike doesn't connect, so they're gonna try and just get off these body blocks, but Sylar, Sprout TP, nope, will not happen. Oh god, Sylar's actually gonna die. That's a very surprising death. They had full warning of that on the side of EHOME. That death.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Fortunately for them, there's nothing to be gained from it for the side of Aster. They didn't go bottom, so they can't use the ghost on the tier 1 that side. Potentially they defend top, but they don't get something more. Unless XXX can get the tower. If XXX can also get the tower and they got the kill onto Sylar, when he left the lane to avoid that happening, it's so huge.
Boy, Radiant's bottom tower is fallen.
Now though, top. They kill X. Yo, this man is so dead. So dead. Bye bye, Faceless Void. The one thing as well, we saw in the previous game how before their axe got to access the Blink Dagger, they were having some difficulties closing gap in order to ensure that they get the necessary kills. In this game, Spirit Breaker is helping them out in that regard. He charges forward first. The target gets bashed on the way. Then it generally allows the axe to be able to close the gap. The cheese calls are coming out.
Here we go.
Just normal morning betting. Who did you bet on, Vibe? Did you bet on Aster? This game, speaking of EHOME, Sylar has the Mask of Madness flying in, so we can start putting in work onto the Desolator. Deso Mom, scary amounts of damage that we can expect to come in now.
Don't waste your time.
But there's still a lot of work to do on the map. Sylar trying to push into the tier 1 tower middle as XM and the crew going in for a smoke play. They wanted to try and find somebody here. The scan from Dire side connects onto them at the very last moment. Chalice runs forward. Oh, there's gonna be the double finger of death. One doom onto XXX, but they will not need another. And they still have the chrono to pop, and XM will make use of it, popping it out onto the Death Prophet, keeping her away from the rest of the fight. Monet now shows up as well. They did throw in an LSA Laguna onto Chalice. It doesn't seem like he'll die just yet. Might tick out to the Battle Hunger though. Will he? Gets denied by the neutral creeps. Chalice. Big plays there from the Doom. Lovely, lovely, lovely. They get the 2 kills middle. They get the tower. They don't even lose the Doombringer. It gets denied. First usage of the Chronosphere in this game doesn't really net them more, but does keep the Death Prophet from being able to find revenge in that fight. XM also now decides to buy a Hand of Midas. Of all the items I would have imagined emerging from the Faceless Void, didn't think Midas would be among them. But nonetheless, Midas is what we have. Look up now. Team Aster out onto the map. They can probably sense that they do not want to let this game just be freely farmed up by EHOME. Let's drop fights. Go fight. A kill onto X Nova. Nice charge forward. Also onto Chalice. I think though that they should just be happy enough claiming the tier 1 tower. Blink Dagger though is just picked up by Chalice. They're bringing in Fade as well. Potentially defend this tier 1 tower on this side of the map. Looks like with White Album's ghosts less than halfway. They feel on the side of Aster not full comfort sticking around this area. I want to take this T1 though. T1 and out. T1 and out. Monet. Obviously getting this Manta style as early as humanly possible. Definitely the kind of item in this game that you will need, not just for the illusion spam to help out in waves where the Nature's Prophet is. But crucially, I think he is going to need as much tankability as possible to survive moves like this one. He's getting jumped on right now. Does he die? Yes, he does, but he might still lead his team into a winning fight. Sylar trying to TP out. He's gonna get bashed! Lanem yet again being the one that's gonna interrupt the dream of Sylar's escape. Next to 4 will be X-Nova. Beautifully done by Aster as they now charge onto the Doombringer. Chalice is in danger here. Nether Strike will come out. There's gonna be a pretty sick chrono on the 3. Allows XM to at the very least claim the life from Lanem. But you've still lost 3 heroes of your own, 2 of them being cores. Team Aster. Very, very happy. Better late game. EHOME have incredible late game. By far. By far. EHOME's late game is just something else. Team Aster, you do not want to ever get to the point where you even see that late game. So that's why they want to spend most of their fights, most of their team, and most of their movements on the Radiant part of the map to ensure that the late game does not come. XX will steal away some of these ancient stacks. It's such a huge move. They literally saw Sylar farming it and they take it away. And then they're still gonna claim the Roshan. Team Aster right now are definitely putting themselves in contention to secure this game without too much difficulty. They know that XM will not be ready to fight for a while. They've sussed out that he has Midas. So I'll say cool, let's exploit that fact. Aegis will be taken, given to Monet. XX on the Bristleback also has the full Lotus Orb complete. So start building into the Aghanim Scepter for the team. Lanem. Let's see if he's gonna pull off another super sick maneuver down bottom. White Album's getting chased. They're going in for the Doom play. I think you just let this go. Yeah, let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Lanem thought about maybe getting involved. Now that his team is here though, they're gonna get the call onto 2 heroes after the charge through on both of them. Do they have enough damage? Yes, they do. Nether Strike prevents XM from being able to jump away. Borax in the meantime will eat the Doom from Chalice. He'll end up losing his life as Sylar throwing in the right clicks onto Lanem. Look at Sylar go. Look at Sylar go. He's a little bit afraid right now once he sees Monet pop the Manta. And they know they're still dealing with the Nages. So they ended up losing the Death Prophet, but they claimed the life of the Faceless Void in exchange for 2 supports. Team Aster will take that trade any day of the week, and they forced out Soulbind Double Doom. Hashtag worth. That fight is worth. Very, very worth. Now also they've put XXX down bottom, and because they've already utilized the Doom, they won't have enough in the tank to reliably kill this Bristleback. XX. 2 supports around him are like, yeah, we don't know if he has support, so let's just leave. Let's just leave. Alice on the bright side has still been farming. Net worth leader in the map, still maintaining that particular position. Wanna try kill him in the top lane, but very difficult to do. Do they have the damage? Oh, looks like it. Yeah, they do. Okay. And again, Lanem moving with Borax, they're able to find a very big grab. Sam stalking White Album right now. Does have Chrono, does drop it, but if they have the damage, Sylar shows up to help out with this one. The rest of Team Aster will not be able to close the gap in time, and they will end up losing White Album. The question is, do they get out scot-free? X-Nova will not. But he's not the real target. They want targets like Sylar, who they have now scouted. They've seen him past the trees, and he does not have a way to escape. Monet will call him. Yet again, they kill Sylar. This keeps happening where White Album dies, but in the aftermath of White Album's death, EHOME end up committing a real large amount. Team Aster mop up.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Another one to try press for the tier 2 tower in the top lane. Will they be able to do it is the question.
Oh, look, Dire's fortified, I see.
Takes them a lot longer than it would on the side of EHOME. They don't have a Nature's Prophet with Mask of Madness Desolator. They have to do this the old-fashioned way. White Album doesn't want to have to use the Ghost for this. Somehow Monet is still sitting with the Aegis for another minute. Get the tier 2 tower. Back away. Lanem. Where's Lanem charging? Lanem's charging XM. XM's gonna die, dude. Will he? Will he? Let's see. Lanem. Oh. Lanem gets caught out by a Phantom's Embrace. He's like, yeah, well, I'm the one that's actually gonna die here. But EHOME were able to read the fact that a move might be coming from the Roshan pit. Monet now might be in a bit of danger here, but still has the Sages. Firing in the next 35 seconds. Needs to play very carefully. What becomes quite scary for EHOME is that soon this Blink Dagger is actually going to emerge from Monet. This is well in advance of XM having a more tanky item of his own. That's the one Manta style. And I love that he's only itemizing for these stats. Really is the way he should be going for this game. Make sure you can survive the initial call, then you can blink away to safety. However, with his Aegis expiring, they know this on the side of EHOME. They know this is a very juicy target on Monet, but they also are aware of this on the side of Aster. Jump forward, Chalice looking for XXX. Kept alive for the charge in from Lanem, looking for the 2 supports on the back of the fight. Nether Strike will be there, tossing back Fade. Fade will certainly gonna die here. Will they be able to find XM? No, they do not. They're only gonna get the 1 kill onto Fade. DP, bro? The creeps? T2? T2? DP? DP?
Tower is under attack.
Pet peeve of mine, seeing Death Prophet have Exorcism Ghost going but not using them on a tower. X Nova gonna try go for the finger kill onto Lanem. Not able to kill him just yet. Lanem still lives. Lanem, will he charge out to safety somewhere? One more right click from Sylar though does end up doing the job, killing him. However, White Album and the rest of the crew secured the tier 2 tower, so hashtag worth. Every single time Lanem dies, it feels so worth.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Bounty.
We also now have the Blink Dagger for Monet. Blink, Manta, Shard, Vanguard. We'll have power trades in a couple minutes. Fairly strong. Fairly strong. He's decent. He's out here. I love how Borax almost has a Blink Dagger as well. They really love building him up as this 4th core. Because Lanem will do everything else. He's happy to do it. Right now, EHOME. Position where all they really need. Oh, charge. They got out the Soul Bind. There's going to be only one Doom though, affecting Chalice. The Chronosphere will catch out onto both of them. They brought down the Lion outside of the fight though, and they haven't actually killed anybody inside the bubble. There is now going to be potential damage coming in from Monet. Doom, will it kill the Bristleback? Yes, it will at long last, but at what cost? XM doesn't get pulled, manages to avoid it. Will he escape away from here? Jumps up onto the high ground. Monet can't chase him all that direction. LSA from Borax connects onto 2, finds both X Nova as well as Chalice. Will Chalice die here? Battle Hunger out onto him, and they get a triple kill for Borax. How did they get a triple kill for Borax? Big fight there happening for Team Aster. They end up losing the Bristleback, but he tanks the full Doom. He forces them to use BKB on Doom to kill him. He forces out the Chronosphere. Hell, even Sylar spent a lot of time Hitting said BB to no real avail. An axe, man. Axe, axe, axe. Messes up the call onto the Faceless Void, but had the call on the money. Came to the NP. Somehow Borax cleans it all up. Has a full Aether Lens now. Blink, Aether Lens, Yule Scepter. 24 minutes into a game. As the position 4 of the team. Good times, man.
Speed the brush.
It was also quite unfortunate for the Faceless Void. After they got the Chrono down onto XXX, the positioning of the Bristleback was still with his back towards the Void. So XM, look at his build. As Manta doesn't have Diffusal, doesn't have MKB, so doesn't actually do damage in those circumstances to a Bristleback. Tyler will have to help out. Picked up the AC now. AC, Mask of Madness, Deso. Makes him extremely strong when it comes to right-clicking, but what this means as well is that any given time he gets scouted out, he will die in the middle of the fight. Speaking of death, they're trying their best to try and find one to XXX, and they will be able to do so. Only required 4 heroes to achieve, but achieve it nonetheless. Oh, big call coming in from Monet. My god. And the story is the same. You get 1 kill, you end up bleeding more, and now they want to try and lead out onto XM. Lanem charging him down, doesn't have the Nether Strike available anymore, gets the bash. LSA is going to be there as well. Will they find the core? Monet will be able to secure the kill. Third hero having taken the tumble. EHOME. 3 heroes down. Team Aster back inside the Roshan pit. They pop the ghost. They want their second Aegis. They want the Aghanim Shard. Sylar obviously can do nothing about this. Aegis in the hands of Monet. He already has Shard, so who do they give Shard to? They gave it to the Jet Prophet. Gave it to the Cheese as well. Ooh. EHOME. 8k gold deficit, experience trending towards 20k. Unfortunately, it does seem like they are running out of options on the side of EHOME. Also, remember, they went for the double Midases on the Doom as well as on the Faceless Void. So every time one of them dies, represents not just a death, but a lot of time spent not farming, a lot of lost investment. And even once he picks up this Lincoln Sphere that he's building now, doesn't necessarily save him. Been dying a lot to this LSA, to being called. It will help him being charged though. So Lanem will be a little bit less effective on the map. That being said though, it's still quite a while before we have that Lincoln Sphere available. Russ 1337, I'm guessing you bet for EHOME, right?
That's for me.
Feels bad, fam. Scouted now. They have a lot of kill potential. Borax finds the Yule Scepter out onto Chalice. There's gonna be the call. And woof, look at the damage! That's just from the spins of counter helix. Are you freaking kidding me? Battle Hunger is almost assuredly gonna end up taking him out. And now we see a pretty large charge going towards X Nova. Easy pickup, and they're able to find that kill as well. Oh boy, oh boy.
Tower is under attack.
Aster incredibly far ahead right now. 10k gold lead. Experience gonna start picking up for them as well. XXX has 4 Ags, Lotus Orb, building into a heart. Pops over for the Sand right now for some status resistance. And okay, Monet was looking for a blind pull to see who was home, just knocking on the door, saying what's up. But they have secured the ability to take down this tier 2 tower. That's all the outer towers gone from the map. EHOME running out of opportunities. They want to still be able to come back into this one. Just a quick pause from Sylar. A very, 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 very difficult game to imagine them coming back to this one on the side of EHOME. To be fair, if they can get late enough, if they can still somehow defend and delay from outside the base, and there are tools to be able to do so. Still have this Wrath of Nature from Sylar. He can still rat out on the rest of the map. Still has Stroke of Fate to help out with the creep pushes. Also Grimstroke has the Aghanim Shard. It's already been quite useful with the Inkswell, but I think in this game, there's no real point getting the Aghanim Scepter, is there? Well, you actually can, because the Axe Illusion has shown itself to be plenty strong. But without the spells on the Axe, it doesn't feel nearly as powerful as it could otherwise. No, EHOME cannot make it to the major. It's already decided. The Chinese major teams are Aster, IG, PSG LGD, and Vichy. Vichy and PSG LGD have to still play to determine who gets second, third. But EHOME are out of contention. They can still qualify. Like, these matchups actually start to matter now for the teams that haven't qualified in I-League. So for example, your RNGs and your EHOMEs of the world are going to be glad for the opportunity to play more I-League so that they can get some game time. Elephant though, for example, is going to be very hard done by because they're going to go into the qualifiers pretty much cold. Okay. To try to jump and find Sylar. Sylar, keep you awake. He is not level 25 just yet, so we do not have that additional AoE. Not possible to catch. Not possible. It really does feel like the entire team is playing around this Spirit Breaker. And yeah, man, gotta love to see it. Sylar? Sylar? In danger. Monet, can he catch up? Monet gets caught on the way there. And you will get interrupted. They will be able to blow up the first life. Chalice in the meantime finds the Chrono. The Doom, sorry, onto Borax. Chronosphere was committed onto both XXX as well as Monet. XXX does indeed end up dying. They really want to try find the kill onto Sylar though. White Album going up the hill with the Exorcism Ghost and is able to find that kill. So Sylar is gone. Chalice also ended up getting taken out by Borax. As Chalice was running forward, thinking that he might be able to find a decent engagement for his team. Tanks way too much right click damage. He's far away from where the rest of the squad is, so they end up losing 2 core heroes. On the bright side though, they do claim away his Aegis. The dark side, Monet's Aegis was expiring in 20 seconds anyway. XM still trying to build that Lincoln Sphere. Game is hard, man. Game is just so difficult.
Bottom is missing.
Correct has Sanj and Kaya. Dang me. Chinese region is way too stacked. Like, I maintain that this is the strongest region by some distance, but it's a bit much. It's a bit much. It's a bit much. X wants BTs as well. Him and the Bristleback actually have as much farm as the Doom. Remember that this is Doom that bought Midas. With Midas and Devour, we're still having a situation where the net worths of Team Aster are gonna outstrip you. 13k gold deficit. Experience right now almost at 30 again. Chalice at the very least trying to build into the Aghanim Scepter. They recognize what a big problem it is to try and deal with XXX. You can get the Soulbind double break with the Doom. That feels really, really good, but unfortunately, because he hasn't been building this thus far, it's still going to be a while before this item is online.
Trust me, I know how to handle such power.
Them. Charging the. I thought he was charging a target there. Side of Aster might want to wait for the next Roche. AC was now picked up by the Axe. Axe stands ready. Up. Okay, Alice. Will still die though as the Doom will find himself called up. Oh, big moves. XM goes in with the Chrono. They still end up losing the Doombringer. But now he can just buy back on the Spirit Breaker. Call onto Sylar. Sylar's gonna get caught and found and killed. Oh god, that is not good. Fade now may also be in jeopardy, getting charged by Lanem. Lanem won't be able to reach him. Nonetheless, they still find the kill onto Fade. Sylar's already gone. Does have buyback. Low to have to use it.
兄弟们到点了，
お前はもう死んでいる。
哎呦，哎呦，
Looks like the damage. They're fighting through this backdoor protection. They've got a creep wave coming with them. But they feel strong enough that they're just gonna go raw into making this push happen. Sylar desperately doesn't want to have to buy back, but he's going to have to. As soon as Doom is up, they have to buy back on Sylar. For Monet, he has now found the big target here. XM is down on the Faceless Void. No buyback available for Fade as he goes down. He can still buy back on XM. But they don't have a bubble, even when he does. They just commit to losing the first lane of Rax, and Team Aster just want to go for the Jugular. You get forced back a little bit though. They recognize that their push without Ghost isn't that fast. So they do decide to rather go in for this. Jump in. Now Monet able to find and kill the Doombringer. Doom is gone. Doom has no ability to come back into this one. White Album does TP out to safety. Okay, that's pretty good. X-Nova though. He died. Nope. He does not. They turn their attention back towards XXX. Can't kill him just yet though. In the meantime, Sylar takes a Laguna Blade. Sylar goes down. Sylar has to buy back. There's the finger, but XXX still freaking alive. Only now gets brought down. That took so long for them to find that. But Team Aster, they are doing it. Still quite ahead here in this game. They're about to book their ticket into the upper bracket of I-League. One lane of Rax taken. All they need to go finish the job once they have the Ghost online again. EHOME. They went all in with these crazy combos, but it hasn't really worked out for them. In particular, this Faceless Void has mostly been a liability. Okay. We want to try find this jump. Oh, look at the call! They found XM. Monet came through. Him as well as the Doombringer of White Album will get double Doom, but it doesn't matter. They've killed the Faceless Void. Chalice is trying to chase against these ghosts, but the ghosts are doing too much damage. Chalice is gonna die. Despite being able to get off the double Doom, none of the Doom targets actually end up falling. And EHOME have seen enough. GG, well played is called. And they will throw in the towel. EHOME can't do it. Can't stop Aster. Aster's too good. Aster, wait, what? Are you kidding me? Was that Lanem's only death? Yo, Lanem, yo. Look at, nah, he died a few times. Lanem held it down this game. Lanem really did open up this map for his team in a myriad of exciting ways. But, woo! XM Faceless Void did not work out. This did not work out. I kind of feel like the lineup was it felt a bit too greedy. And also then going in and buying Midases on both him and Doom. Feels like that can never really work out. If you know that your team has the late game advantage, then you buy these kind of items. All it does is incentivize the other team to play much faster, and you can't catch up to them. There's a reason why we have double the kill score here. Because Aster can just keep go. EHOME have to. We have Doom, crap. We have Chrono, crap. Meantime, you're being charged by the spirit cow. There's LSAs everywhere. There's a hedgehog running you down. It's too difficult. It's too difficult. So, Team Aster, congratulations to them. They have secured their place in the I-League playoffs in the upper bracket. So they will be much happier once those games kick off. I believe they're kicking off sometime in the week. I'm not 100% sure. That still has to be announced by the side of I-League. With that though, we're done. That was fun series to watch. We got to the game 3, but game 3 a little bit anticlimactic, but nonetheless Team Aster managed to go away with the 2-1 victory. So thank you so much for joining me for these last few hours for the series. I have some things to do later, so I've been going pretty hard these last couple of days, so I'm gonna take a bit of a break, take it easy, take a rest for the day. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you everybody who followed for the first time. Of course, if you haven't already, now it's time to remedy that. Make sure you follow. Of course, you can also make sure that you become a supporter of the stream. Johnny earlier on donated subscription to Lyrical. What a G. Shout out, comrade. Be like Johnny. Donate those subscriptions. Let us hit 150. And also, you can decide to become a patron to patreon.com or can yet again be like Johnny. Donate. Pretty much any amount makes a difference. Literally any amount makes, not even joking. And the difference being that keeps me here, keeps me costing, keeps me able to give you guys full entertainment that you desire. And I thank you everybody who's made it possible for me to do that. This is on y'all, for y'all, so thank you so much. With that, I'm gonna close it out. We're gonna close it out. Shout out to everybody for pulling through. Cub, Vibe, Johnny, Big Jaeger, Sefridi, all the new homies. Thank you so much for being out here. Who did I miss out on? Let's see. Sandy, shout out to you. Baroda, hey. Baroda was also out here today. So the usual gang pulled through so much. Really do appreciate it. I'm kind of sad that there's only one series today, but it means I get to rest my voice. But the next time, give you even more incredible.
Minutes.